Hola, Squadron. Welcome to Campsite.
Hello, hello.
Woo. We've come pretty far. We're rather deep in the underworld, and we are approaching the embodiment of resurrection and death deep in the dead dominions. Here, life is a cruel experiment. And this road to humanity, this pilgrimage, has been paved with a whole lot of different emotions. Theirs has been a discovery, a tale of purpose, a tale of inspiration. For a time, a tale of inspiration. In the beginning, for some, revenge. Gradually, for others, hope. They've traversed the wrong side of heaven and have emerged damn near on the other side. Welcome to Game 34 Life. Standing on the shores of the Hall of Two
Shall we
Trees,
march?
the Stygian Fields. The Unbroken had a Herculean task ahead of them. They needed to traverse this landscape without breaking any of the laws, and they did their best. They bared their feet, leaving behind comforts like shoes and socks, and they filled their bellies before ever leaving the threshold to do their best to stave off like this need for food and drink. And they walked like they would in the maze in that familiar formation, with the twins at the front, Alaska and Linda in the middle, Moses and Adonis at the back, Ace on his shoulders looking out. And they traversed the path. They navigated the Guardians. They walked an entire day, sort of up hills and through lush valleys and across deep vegetation, and eventually into a forest on a mountain, littered with wrappers of candy, with bits of bone, with shrapnel of food, with just all manner of gorged and devoured morsels. And they came upon a shrine that they can kind of tell had this massive guardian inside. And out came a Cerberus-like creature, a three-headed mastiff with glowing eyes and massive drool. And the creature, each guardian was to be given their due. That was the law. And so they kind of deduced food. Food is probably what he wants, and had those hands, so that accounted for a good portion of them. Moses, who also possessed rations for the group, made up with some meat chunks, and everybody was able to kind of feed their way through this encounter. Some even managed to pat the hell beast and give it some scritches before they left. Then they traversed for another day through 24 hours, day and night, and they found themselves on a kind of like a Nile-like river, a dead river, with a boatman going back and forth, sort of moving the giant like flesh and bone and reed boat. And you could see that there were individuals who could pass and individuals who couldn't. And after investigation, they realized that the creature's due was what all ferrymen wanted, coin for passage, or what would pass for coin. But at the docks were ghosts who still had, potentially things they were buried with, or, goods that were goods in their time. Not necessarily having coin anymore, but they still have livestock, they still have hay, they still have barrels of apples and corn and bay and wheat, and they're doing their best to barter. And each time, no matter how many times they barter or how well they do, they are turned away because they do not have coin of any kind. They don't have currency. And so when they got to the docks, the Unbroken, they figured out they could pay their way pretty quickly. And then they started to give away what they had in excess: chains, coins, little bits and baubles, emeralds from swords. It was a moving scene. They did their best, and then they paid their way. Um, and some were, for the first time in 3,000-4,000 years, or were able to cross this river and go to continue their journey to where they were going. Ghosts who had pretty much given up all hope suddenly found their way paid by travelers, strangers to the land. And the Unbroken carried on. They crossed this river, uh, alligators nipping, or sorry, crocodiles nipping at the boat, but never really getting there. And on the other side, they saw Anubis, who had descended from his perch on the Black Gate to give his trials now. Basically, sent by Osiris to expedite the journey. If you are found worthy here and now, we're going to take you all the way to the top, because things have changed. Something has changed in the world. Something that warrants a little bit more expediency than is usually found in the underworld. And so the scales were presented, and one by one, they each sort of had to balance the scales with items and truths from their beings. And it was an intense scene. Linda was rejected once, but eventually found, and that rejection cost a bit of humanity from her being. But gradually, she wagered almost more than she had before, more of herself, and was found to be worthy. As what were everybody. Moving scenes like Ace taking the place of the camera. Um, it was just really good. Um, I wrote a whole thing on it, but my mind is fuzzy at the moment. I don't actually read the recap verbatim. um, but they were found to be worthy by Anubis, and uh, this other god of this other death lord of the underworld, pretty much said, "Follow me." He had tested them in various ways, quandaries of the mind. Would you do this or that? Would you let this person die or that? Would you take this much damage? You know, would you become human or would you stay Promethean? It was intensely psychological. Um, and the Unbroken emerged together like they always do. Um, and together they traversed through the next 2 days. But those next 2 days were still prone to the laws of the land, and unfortunately, not everyone had the stamina to last deep into the trenches of this journey. So around the third and fourth day, um, Rain and Adonis started to sort of suffer from hunger, which shitty because this place is lush. That under normal circumstances, they could just walk off the path and grab a fucking branch and just nom nom nom. Right, that's a nutrient. They could hunt. There were apples. There was vegetation everywhere. They could grab stalks of corn and just eat. But unfortunately, you cannot leave the path. That is the law. And they were contending with torment the entire way. And although the group is prepared to turn torment off, to spend a little bit of vitriol if they have it, to fight this phenomenon, it was still very much, it was worrisome and it was hard travels. Think traveling for 24 to 48 straight hours with someone who's just like violently hangry to the point where it's just like they're not even reasonable, and they're constantly bordering on the worst aspects of their personality before going back to kind of like a no, I'm okay, only for it to flare up again and again. When they met the other guardians, Anubis sort of instructed them on what to do. The jaguar, the dream jaguar, demanded challenge and presented such, and as such, Linda and Moses, who were sort of instructed, fucking crack it, did so, delivering tremendous damage, enough to pretty much knock the tiger unconscious, the jaguar, sorry, knock the jaguar unconscious and leave it happy and drooling in Kerberoy land. Successfully, you gave it its due and more. You gave it its challenge and then some, and it will sleep good tonight. Um, Moving on, you eventually met the mummy serpent with the sort of edge, body of a mummy, uh, you know, bipedal humanoid, but the head of a king cobra, glowing eyes, hissing. So like body of a man, but the mind of an animal, and therefore the mind of an animal with this sort of crazy body. And what it demanded was not apparently clear, because although there was blood everywhere, um, it's hard to say exactly what he wanted. But the Anubis Kerberoy said, "Slice off a bit of yourself, everyone except Linda." And I think Alaska sliced double to pay Linda's way, but you pretty much did, giving yourself a thin fillet of flesh, some from a golem, some from a Frankenstein, some from the sanguinated flesh of the Galatea. It was intense and gory, but nothing they hadn't done before. Nothing that was even close to like when they repaired feet. um, and so they paid their way, fed the creature, and moved on without a second thought. Most people would probably be like, a little freaked out that they were being eaten behind. The thing is actually eating bits of them behind. Prometheans are just intensely different. He's got to do what you got to do, and we got to do what we got to do. We can't think about food. We'll eat when we get to the place. And they just keep moving. And eventually they climbed 1,000 steps into the sky and found themselves at a golden temple, the Hall of Two Truths. And there Anubis departed, but not before telling them that those who have crossed this far, respectfully, those who have not broken any laws, have earned the right to ask for a reward. And there are a good amount of you. And with that, he sort of conspiratorially headed away, marching back down to the Black Gate. You also had to at some point give, when you passed through the Black Gate, you had to give away everything that counted as coin, so all jewelry, all gold, all silver, all pennies, dimes, dollars, anything that would count as currency, or anything that you would be willing to trade as currency. Meaning that whatever you kept, be it ace, be it swords, be it tokens, trinkets, anything that's on you now no longer counts as barter. You can't barter with it. It's not coin. It's worthless. Otherwise, if it was worth something, if it was something you would have bartered with, you should have left it. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Just because one of the fun habits of this group is y'all do have a tendency to get pretty mercantile when the time is right. So your Fey life.
Those sound like slanderous comments.
Like, well, I do have these shovels.
Lies, slander, and poppycock.
No such thing.
And with that, our mind's eye camera descends on this temple in the sky. The Black Gate, the rivers below, the boatmen, the original Stygian fields, all of that is ants to them. They are basically on Mount Olympus. The clouds around them and the sort of stairs just seem to extend into nothingness, with no guardrails either. To look over the edge is to incite tremendous vertigo. But you are up against the massive structure, also again floating in the sky, this tremendous golden pyramid with massive hieroglyph walls. And there are torches, just like a video game.
To be clear, Linda and I are the only ones who aren't angry.
Yes.
You're the only one.
Yeah, it's 5 days have passed.
Oh.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm hangry now.
Can I eat my
I'm
finger?
the only one not angry?
No.
I think you,
Okay.
Both of us.
you and Linda, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, both of us aren't angry.
I'm good
River.
for another
Because a few of you have
It's
yeah.
It's double our stamina, yeah.
It is.
So.
Double our stamina plus resolve.
Oh, okay. Double our stamina. Okay, so it's 12. So I have another 7 days. I'm good.
Yeah.
I just got hungry.
I'm gonna need you to roll your humanity.
Me too.
What?
As you stand at the door,
Adonis wilted away.
Linda's just gonna squeeze River's hand. It's okay. It's okay.
in this timeline,
Adonis is having a James moment.
yeah, you're all as hungry as me. I have a notoriously bad hangry.
So we all have to roll
Okay, so
humanity
no
because we're
bargaining.
hungry?
Gotcha.
Not all of you. Rain and Adonis have already rolled for the day, but this is her first hunger pang. Yeah.
My fingers are looking real good.
My
that's nice.
humanity. So, do I just roll
Dots per dice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So what, dots per dice -1 because you can all smell food.
Who allows us to eat? What's the rule?
Who doesn't love to eat?
You got one.
Woo!
Who allows?
You're
It's
feeling-
hard. You start to shut down, and you can sort of feel the river within you. Your elemental water is growing cold and still, and then almost like your pressure, like wind, you feel yourself sort of unclog and your muscles unclench, and you feel motion within. You're starving, but you're not in torment.
Okay. I survived. I'm just so hungry.
Here, drink a can of this booty sweat.
Come on, you guys, we got this. There's
Yeah,
food just
that's the
right on
part.
the other side. I can smell it. It's like
I know.
like meat and I don't know what that other thing
Stop.
is. Sorry.
Don't talk about it. Just because you
We're
can
almost
smell it doesn't mean you can eat it.
Oh, I'm
Almost
so
We're not allowed. We're not allowed.
I think
All
we
right.
could eat in here, right? It was just on the path we couldn't eat.
As Adonis walks past Linda on the path or like near Linda or whatever, he'll just say, "Just sorry, love. I'm just hungry." Just
Well, I mean, if we know we have no coins or anything of value on us, or anything, I guess we could sell.
Mhm.
Then we might as well move forward.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm ready.
Alaska adjusts the skateboard on his back and puts puts both hands on the handle to just one of the double golden doors. These suckers are thick.
I'll go up and like help pull the other one.
Think this is real gold? Bet it is.
Yeah.
Probably.
Possibly.
Who cares about gold when you can smell that food?
I'm saying. Linda, who could pretty much eat the gold if she wanted, is just like, matter.
Anything. I mean, I could take a handful of dirt and be fine.
All right. Anything that she can chew and swallow, she's good with. Oh man. All right. Pull. Ah! The doors yawn open, and they are, thick, solid slabs of gold that you are pulling open. And these things are sized for the Kerberoy. So the average height here is like 10, 12 feet. And some of these Kerberoy would probably still have to stoop to step into the temple. But these things are bigger on the inside. As soon as you get in, you are looking at just like torchlit gold and brass halls. I need, let's see, who are the ones who would have potentially, well, you know what? I will let you decide. As you look around, you see that the chamber that you're standing in is intense. It definitely looks like a temple to Osiris, and there are all manner of hieroglyphs along the walls. Some just at a glance are depicting supernatural creatures, though it'll take a little bit of discernment to sort of, figure out which ones. The floor beneath you is polished obsidian.
Is that you, Ding? Is that you, Ding?
The floor beneath you is polished obsidian, and there's a long stone table piled with this sort of symbolic sustenance, but also real sustenance. The floor, or sorry, the ceiling up above is like a drifting constellation. Oh no!
Please.
There
you go. Thank you.
Let's see. Yeah. So for those hieroglyphs, they sort of, at a glance, you can tell that they do have information, although this is like not exactly a language. Go ahead and roll intel and investigation -4.
Everybody?
Everyone.
Or only if you care about what the writing was.
If you don't care to roll, you do not have to. If you're like, no, fuck that, I'm looking at the food. But if the walls and the writing have captured your interest at all.
You said -4?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm just
-4. No,
so
that's-
irritated at the level
I
of
want to be interested in what that
wealth
is,
that
but I'm
opulence
not
I'm
needed
way
to
too
be
hungry.
dead.
0.
Plus investigation.
But I
I
got
rolled,
investigation. -4?
Yep.
As I'm like looking around, I'm basically just side-eyeing the food the whole time.
Oh, that checks out.
We'll do willpower. Why not?
I should have done a willpower, but I was like, I could probably get it. I didn't.
3.
3. Good, good, good.
0.
I get 2 successes on my 1 die.
Hi, Double. You want to say hi to the world?
You took my success, you monster.
Yeah.
Eh.
I don't know if this bothers me as a player or bothers Moses, but the amount of wealth needed to be dead is infuriating.
And as well.
Oh, yeah. It's like you need wealth to cross the river. You can't do anything without crossing several rivers. All of a sudden, the lords of death require offerings and sacrifice, and here we are, gold upon gold upon gold in the halls of gold, brought by the thousands upon trillions of souls to pay tribute.
So much for you can't take it with you, right?
This was
Exactly.
yeah. I was
Well, mean,
like, I
technically,
can't.
Egyptians
I
are
know like
as I
the
said.
answer for why this is, but I can't say it as like the narrator. Okay.
Like they
So-
were the first to say, "The fuck, I can't."
All right. Yeah. The Egyptians were very much like, I'm taking it
Like-
all. And I'm gonna write a book to tell me
I mean,
how much
they
I
even
brought
took
with
their slaves with them into the afterlife.
and their
That's
pets.
what's fucked up.
Like you
Okay.
take
Not
me
even
with
in
you.
death can you escape
So-
slavery.
We got
Oh,
three from Linda, 2 from Moses. Who else? No.
0.
No.
I just realized the irony of my name in this.
You
place.
guys
Okay.
want to?
2 and 3.
I just Moses.
Take us to the promised land, Moses.
With
We shall pass.
you the everyone who got 0 successes, you're going straight for the food.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily, this isn't a loss of a willpower roll, it's just that's more interesting. So you still have your will about you, and can make your own decisions regarding the food. But remember, you guys are very hungry.
Am I
Um,
allowed to like walk up to it? Because I'm like,
There are
I
no
am hungry,
barriers.
but I'm not as hungry as them because I just hit my hunger. So can I like go up and like be very restrained? I don't want to actually eat it, but I'm like
Oh, yeah.
Smell it.
at it.
The food is interesting. It's bowls of pomegranate seeds. There are loaves of bread in the shape of hearts. There are dates, figs. There's honey. There are cups of water. There are jugs of wine, and there is sort of racks of both lamb, and some other sort of meaty animal. You're not sure, maybe oxen or.
I want.
Or Moses and
I know
Linda.
where-
You see all of that, of course, on the table, but you also look around and you do notice a few things. Although you cannot necessarily read the hieroglyphs, you get images that make sense to you because your pilgrim language is sort of similar. You have an idea of how to read such a thing, and you're able to sort of kind of put together the pictographs and the alchemical symbols, and you see that you'll need a little bit more inspection if you wanted to go at it, but you see that you are allowed to eat. Osiris makes the laws and has decreed that this place is called the Pilgrim's Antechamber. It is a reward chamber for those who have made it this far. Almost everyone who arrives before Osiris at this palace arrives starving. And so this is a champion's feast. It is a reward for having made it this far. And although the rules of the dead domain say you cannot eat, the rules of the domain also say Osiris makes the laws. And if he says you can eat here, you can eat here. And so that's kind of what
I kind of monitor that out loud.
Yeah, I was like, that's what Moses gets. What Linda gets is she sees that as well. She also sees all manner of creatures kneeling before Osiris and getting some kind of reward. She sees mortals. She sees these kind of like zombie looking creatures with like pipes and like carvings and ancient Egyptian, what she could only assume are like golems. And after a bit of thought, realizes she's looking at Prometheans. Prometheans have also made it here and knelt before Osiris and asked for things. And as she's looking around, she follows these sort of like crimson trails that lead her to a set of hieroglyphs that show that vampires too have come here seeking something, some manner of reward.
You said I can look at it further if I want to get
So
more
after
information.
kind of
Yes, absolutely.
I would like to do that.
Go for it.
always
You not a -1 this time.
after reading my part or kind of gazing or gauging that information. -5.
What's -5?
I don't know. I was just being obnoxious. Yeah, I was gonna say. So after reading that part, I would tell Ace to offer him an apple and tell him to go ahead and eat, because I know he's like literally ravenous with the tiniest of bodies and the hungers.
With the tiniest of bodies and hungers.
I'm gonna like follow my hand along the wall while I'm reading them. I'm like, oh, this looks like we can eat here. Some kind of a hero's feast or something. Just kind of say it offhand because I'm not hungry.
How do we know that that's actually the word of Osiris, though? Everything we've seen since we've been here has been to bait us into breaking the laws.
Ace takes a chunk out of your side, Moses. Like he crawls it beneath your flesh, or crawls beneath the coat, and eats a little bit of the Azoth off of you. You take about 2 bash.
I stare intently to see what happens.
So same roll. What?
Oh,
are my
he's being
minuses?
nice as usual. Usually it's lethal.
I know. For you, Linda, you're spending more time looking at it, and you succeeded on your last roll, so I'm going to say +1.
+1. Okay.
I've just been filling my purse with it because I figure I'll eat when we leave.
You're just going bowls of dates, figs.
The old lady at the Denny's just taking all the sauces home. Crackers. I'm just like,
5.
Gotta fill your purse with the good stuff.
It said,
5.
all you can eat. Did not say all you can eat here.
run out.
Plus, before you got 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm watching Ace a lot to make sure he doesn't like die because he ate a flesh.
The longer
ate
you
a
watch
fish.
them, so like the others are starting to eat, or except for maybe Adonis, who's still kind of questioning it, which is fair. But the hieroglyphs are kind of they start moving like living carvings, and the longer you stare at them, the more information you're getting because they're almost seeming to move before your very eyes, shimmering and depicting actions. You see like
Egypt right here.
yeah, straight up. You see a dying woman guided by Anubis who you met through a desert of stars. You see a warrior laying down the sword to have his heart weighed. You see a mother being reunited with her lost child. And then you're like, okay, these are the mortals, things that they care about. You move along and you start to look at the dead ones, the corpse-looking ones, and all these dead ones have like a little flame of red inside of them to show that they have like a flicker of fire. And you see this kind of like shepherd-looking figure kneeling before Osiris, pledging at the behest of a strange-looking sort of. You would almost call it mechanical, but it's like you'd say like stone architecture rather than anything you'd call technology of the current age. You see a definitive golem carrying a ghost on his back through a river of fire just to kneel and pray at the feet of this god. Another who sparks with electricity, you probably assume Frankenstein, uh, glowing like the sun, who seems to be asking for his time in the light. These Prometheans of Guard coming here asking for something. Lastly, the vampires, one kneels in shadow, offering up some sort of inner beast for a chance at the sun. Another, who has like a monstrous, nasty figure, dissolves at Osiris's touch. And then another who is drawn to be more beautiful than the other kind of crude carvings, to be blood hunger addicted, is forgiven and given a chance at mortality. But in each of these cases, you see kind of like this, there's two people. The vampire has someone kneeling with him. The Prometheans are not alone. Some are carrying each other. Some are they're moving in groups. The mortals are asking for like their children or people who they've lost. And then you remember the law. You cannot ask for your own soul. So although these depictions show individuals going through miraculous discoveries, they aren't asking for that of themselves. There's usually someone with them, almost entreating on behalf. Save my friend, pardon this person, give me back my dead son, make this Promethean whole. They're not asking for it of themselves, but they are asking for it of another.
Okay. Is there anything like in the hieroglyphs that I guess proves that this is Osiris's word, that I can take to Adonis and be like, hey, no, we're good. Osiris said we can eat.
Unfortunately, it would be no more proof than the initial ones you saw that say like Osiris says you can. These are just more hieroglyphs and depictions.
Okay.
And although they are, you can walk him to the spot and show him more evidence of the same. It all looks like part of the same tapestry.
Okay.
I think. I wish you. I think it would be on him. That was more
right.
proof or not.
Well,
from my perspective,
everything that I'm seeing here on the walls shows basically what we already knew. We can't ask for our own souls. What we're doing here has to be done for someone else. We can't ask for things for ourselves. I don't know how that's going to affect us trying to get the feathers or the wings, whatever we want to call them.
Did it say anything about asking for like stuff? Did anybody ask for stuff?
It seems to be a lot of bringing people back.
Oh yeah, because he's like a resurrection god.
So.
Well, we're not exactly here for ourselves, are we?
I would argue
we
that
are
we
here for the.
We're here for that angel dude, and the angel lady.
Yeah, but we're asking for it for us to take back, not for it to be returned to them.
Oh yeah, right. That's not bad then. You don't see anything that says we can't, right?
No.
No, you don't really. But there are no examples of anybody asking for what you want.
Yeah,
all the people who've made it this far was like mostly have asked for souls of one kind or another.
There doesn't seem to be any precedent for what we're doing, so. I say, let's eat.
Yeah.
And carry on to Osiris. See if we can just do this.
Now there are stone slit windows, not like modern ones with glass, just stone slit that kind of give access to the outside, and you can smell the salt of the ocean of fragments, and you can kind of feel a gentle ocean mist and know that you are actually quite close to the ocean.
I'm gonna grab like a rib or something, some kind of meat, and walk over to one of the windows just to kind of look out.
I'm gonna risk it, and Alaska just dives into the bison and just. Oh, dude, no.
How you feel?
Everybody feel okay?
I feel like me.
I feel like they don't have a lot of seasoning.
Okay. Just putting it out there. I don't know if the feathers are like us asking him for something. Like we didn't know that he would grant us some kind of a request. I thought we were just gonna say, "Can we have some feathers?"
Well, we can ask him for things. I think we just can't ask for our own souls. So that's why, like, everybody in the pictures, I think, were asking for someone else's soul because you can't ask for your own. But I don't think there's anywhere that says you just can't ask him for things. So I feel like the feathers aren't a soul.
I know.
They're not
I
our
just
soul.
feel like we were already coming here to ask him for the feathers before we even knew that he would give us something. So
I think we're on good terms. We brought River. He wants to see River.
He
yeah,
does.
so we get like more things.
I thought we were
Yeah,
coming here for River, and we just happened to be getting the feathers because they're right next door. Until we
They're right
found
there.
out that we could ask for the feathers, and that's when we switched to asking Osiris.
Oh, I feel like we should. Oh.
I think that happened.
Yeah. But now we learn that crossing this path, we can ask him for something. So that's good.
But would the feathers be one thing, one of us asking for the thing, or would the feathers be all of us asking him for the thing?
It's either each.
Or would he be fickle
Is
and be
it-
like, that's two things because it's two wings?
Everybody
Also,
gets
are we each getting an individual reward or is it like a group thing?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions to ask him.
like
Seems
I
weird to ask too, huh? Like,
yeah.
hey, dude, we made it. I also think not a lot of people make it, so maybe he likes the company.
Yeah. Yeah, he gives rewards out because he's lonely.
He is really far down. Like that elevator was really
Moses
far
is
down.
listening, but he's just kind of wandering around.
Moses, is he wandering around with food?
I think if he was
Nah,
lonely,
he's not touching
Yeah.
the food really because again, like I'm not hungry for like another week and a half.
Oh, right. You're just watching.
But he's just kind of still like listening, like looking at the feast, like looking at the walls, kind of like just taking in the sight because I mean, he doesn't really like the place, doesn't really like all the glow. But how often are you going to get into the palace of one of the original gods of death?
Yeah.
So he's just kind of like running around every now and then taking a picture, and
love
some stuff.
Oh, yeah. What were you
But
saying,
he's
Ray?
like listening to the conversation, but he's like disinterested.
Adonis is gonna walk over to the table and he's gonna take some kind of fruit. Like what kind of fruit am I looking at?
Well, there's like, yeah, I was like, there's pomegranates, there's
Pomegranate seeds.
dates.
Oh, this is ironic.
Kiwi.
He's gonna pick up like half of a pomegranate and he's gonna pick a single seed out of it and he's just
Get to Persephone.
fuck it. And he's gonna put the pomegranate seed in his mouth and enjoy the pomegranate seed.
At least symbolic foods. Yeah.
I
Oh
was
yeah.
almost an ass and said, "What do you see when you look in the mirror?"
That's actually a interesting question. Real quick. Okay, I think you'd be the one actually. You said Moses was doing a wonder. Moses,
Yep, he's wondering.
please roll wits plus composure. Just general perception. As you're just kind of looking around, what are you seeing?
I see rain devouring deliciousness.
Right.
I'm gonna shout over my shoulder to Moses and be like, "Hey, maybe you should just eat something while we're here. I know we're not hungry yet, but might as well reset the timer."
And it's really good.
Delicious.
This bread is shaped like a heart. Wow.
What are the walls made of?
Food.
It appears to be made
Whatever
of
it is, I know it's
solid
the
gold again.
Gold. Oh,
Just,
still
just
gold.
beautiful. Yeah, gold and stone.
Like limestone or like obsidian?
save this for
Well, the
combat.
floor is polished obsidian, so I
Right.
think the wall would be like whatever pyramid walls are made of. I assume limestone.
Limestone. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 6.
Mother of God.
Ooh.
All
Very
right, you.
perceptive.
So I
I'm
said
gonna
save
say-
these rolls for combat. Don't use them observations.
Ron's timing.
You see this, and you see this. You probably check a few mirrors, and you see that sometimes in the polished surface of the obsidian, you can see your reflection, and then sometimes there's polished slabs of glass that have been worked into the stone walls, and you catch really good glimpses of your reflection. And although your clothes are horrible, and the swords on your back are, to your eyes they look like swords, but to others they might look like shovels. It is your face, your skin, that catches your eyes. You see yourself as a brown-skinned man with piercing green eyes, fleshy, alive, muscly skin, ripe with scars, but skin, not dead flesh animated by fire, just dirty human skin. And you check it in every reflection. You see it when you look down in the polished floor, but worse or better, when you look across the room and you catch the reflections of Adonis, of River and Rain, of Alaska, of Linda. You see them as they would be as humans. You see beautiful, beautiful supermodel Abercrombie Adonis. His clothes are torn up, but somehow, like with his human self, he just looks like it's all put together like a model. When you look over at Linda, she looks like an all-American girl. Shining blonde hair, big blue eyes, red sweater, blue jeans, big chucks. You look at Alaska, and he looks like an extra in a Tony Hawk commercial, just like a kid bored. You look at River and Rain, and you see two sisters just doing their thing with accidentally matching clothes, slightly complementary accents. It's a lot. And the others haven't noticed yet. I would say, realistically, Linda probably would have noticed it, but she was very focused on deciphering hieroglyphs, and it fell to the wayside, something that she's probably starting to realize now. Computation, man. It runs her forefront.
I'm gonna look back away from the window, which I'm assuming I just see the ocean outside the window. Yeah.
You see the ocean of fragments and a dark and stormy sky, and an ocean that goes on endlessly forever, with waves that kind of rest upon a shore that is littered with fucking bottles with notes in them.
Oh, I'm gonna turn back to everybody. See Moses wandering around and watch what he's doing. Kind of try and figure out why he's doing a wander.
I think with your 5 successes from investigation, I'm just gonna say you see it pretty quickly.
Okay.
You realize immediately what he's looking at, because it's not like the hieroglyphs, and it's not the food, so it's pretty obvious that it's something else. And you can see he's checking it a few times in multiple surfaces to make sure. And so you see it yourself when you look down, when you look across in the places he's looking, and you see yourself as just this sweet little Caucasian girl, a young woman, alive, as you could be.
I'm gonna give like a little smile, almost a smirk, and kind of I'm gonna push it to the back of my mind, and I'm not gonna bring it to anybody else's attention unless they see it. Because I feel like while I'm very calculated in what I do, almost too machine-like, everyone else is a little too emotional, and it might take us off track.
Yeah. I feel that.
I mean, I rolled a 0 earlier, and I'm pretty into this food, so I don't know. Like, I don't really know, like, if my brain would go, stop eating the food and look around right now.
Yeah.
So I think, like, logically, I'd still be digging in.
Yeah.
I'd say Alaska eats for a solid 10 minutes, or until someone stops him.
Yeah. I feel like River's kind of in that boat, too. Like, she's just like, oh, this is all so good.
I think.
Yeah,
Well,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm like, I assume that River and Rain are next to each other, like cramming their faces.
Yeah.
But I'm very much picturing like the feast during Hook. They're like, oh, pasta,
Yeah.
pasta. It's just like everywhere. But at the
They're
same
eating
time, I'm
nothing.
like, yeah. But at the same time, I'm also like trying to have a conversation with her because I feel like it's around the dinner table. This is when you get your talkie out. So I'm just like, are you really excited about finally meeting Osaurus? I'm thinking he's gonna. What do you think? What are you gonna ask him?
Oh man, I'm really excited, but like I think that I'm kind of nervous too because he's a god.
Mm-hmm.
I was
So
gonna ask, how does his not arm look to the rest of his body in this whole reflection?
In the reflection, it looks indistinguishable from. Well, actually, it looks like. So what? I don't know exactly what type of clothes you wear or whether or not it shows, but it looks like vitiligo. It looks just like human skin that has a different pigment.
Yeah, yeah. Because normally
But I'm not sure how much is
he
visible.
wears.
Yeah.
Normally he wears like several jackets and like hoodies and overcoats. Um, but when he's down to like his like bear's clothes, he looks kind of like Oob
Oh
from
yeah.
GT,
Yeah.
like almost like a tunic vest type thing. So like you can kind of see all of the markings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but his right arm, like it is the one thing that's a little bit bigger than him. It is the one that's like darker, even in tone of flesh than him. So that's why he was like so curious as to like, does it match seamlessly, or does it look like something that is off? Like it's just
Yeah.
a different color.
It looks
So-
like vitiligo
Like-
pigment with tribal tattoos. Something that would pass very seamlessly in human society. You might draw a few eyes, like, oh, that guy's skin's different, but only along his arm. Cool.
Okay.
It's really the humanity of it that's striking. Like with you guys, you've gotten so used to being like close to human or having a disfigurement showing that to see that like every excuse, every scar, every blemish, it's just explained in the human genome.
Do I have two colored eyes? Oh, I don't look at it. I just
You're
want to know
not
what I
looking,
look like.
but when he looks at you, yeah, well, as you look, you just look like a woman with an eye patch, a woman who had, like a woman who's covering up, but the rest of you looked normal.
Yeah.
It's like instead of the imperfections that would normally make mortals look at us and go, "That guy's off." Now it's just like, "Oh, they're wonderfully unique humans."
Yeah, like it really
You know?
shows in like Adonis. I would say like for all of you, you could see like Adonis looks like a doll, like a mannequin man, right? And Rain is covered in stitches and different parts, and an arm that's slightly more masculine than the other, and all like to see her as like just like a proportionate normal woman, to see the mannequin look just perfectly fleshy, to see when you look at Alaska that there's no darkness or ectoplasm dripping out of him. Like for Linda, it's especially startling because you look at her and you see like a robot
Agree.
creature, or a mechanical being, and to see just like a girl in that place. But yeah, for Moses, you look like a bodybuilder. You have a beautiful body.
The mirror of Irised.
Yeah, it's everywhere too.
Sounds
It's just
like-
and it's all around
Right.
you. When you look down, when you look across, for most of you, it is far enough away that if you're not paying attention to the walls, you don't have to think about that. And if you don't look down, you don't have to think about that. Alaska leans back in the chair. Oh, it's so full. Sorry, not chairs, benches, big stone benches, like at camp.
Like at camp.
Next time anybody looks at Adonis, there's 4 empty plates in front of him, and he just,
Where does it all
Oh.
go?
I definitely just broke a law or committed a sin or something that was way too good.
Nah, it's because you have Randy Orton thighs.
Randy Orton.
Come
I'm
on,
unfamiliar
wrestling.
with this actor.
You didn't see him. Oh, come on, man. When I was talking about wrestling, he's like a legend killer.
Wait,
Anyway,
is that this one?
it's that one. It's that one.
Oh,
with
okay,
the
yeah.
abs
He was
brigade. Yeah.
actually one of my favorites.
He's got his lower body's bigger than his upper body. It's crazy, but it works for him. I'm just saying.
It doesn't work for him, as he just.
River, I think we're on your lead. I'm full, and it looks like there's a door up ahead.
Yeah, I'm full too. Everybody's gotten their food, I think, but whew, that was good stuff.
Do we need a plan, or
A
are we good
plan?
to wing it?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I like a good wing. I like an improv session.
I
Are
think,
we still asking for the feathers?
yeah. Well, yeah.
I'd like
We're
to,
asking for the
definitely. I don't want to take away any of your wishes, but I entered purgatory a little bit before you. I would like to get them feathers, and not for Vincitori, for the angel guy. It's
Alright,
him.
we can give
He's
him
in
either.
prison.
So if it's a group ask, and we only get one, we're asking for the feathers.
I'm okay with that.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to be clear.
I'm just here to ask him also why he wanted me to come here. But I think that's something different. So I think we're ready.
Hey, what are you gonna ask for if you get like an individual one?
Hmm.
'Cause,
Well,
like, that's a big question. And we've had a few of those questions. Like, we've met with god dudes. They like that stuff.
I mean, I feel like this is something we should probably have a good think about before we actually decide to ask about something. We don't want to waste it.
I don't know. I wonder if he can just like
Can we also ask for the torch?
I don't see why not.
just a
What else do we need in life? We can just ask for everything that we need. We have 6 opportunities to ask for something. Torch, feathers. What else? Maybe travel back home.
I mean, travel back home would be pretty nice.
Where's home?
Humanity?
What if
Well,
we
like
travel to Detroit instead?
that's kind of what I meant. I didn't mean home. I do miss my forest. Don't get me wrong, but I just
I
meant like
like the
out of
forest.
here and travel. But yeah, we could get like, just like a quick little flash maybe back to Detroit would be pretty cool.
That's 2. We've
Or
never
to
been.
Detroit. Sorry, shut it.
We can't take the items to Detroit, though.
No, we have to go back. You shut it.
Yeah, you're right.
What if we asked for
Deliver the items and then.
What if we
reset
asked for the items and then a return trip to Redemption so that we can take them to where they belong? And we
Purgatory.
ask for Purgatory.
Purgatory.
And we ask for like a stone or something, or some more sand like what River had before. That will take us to Detroit when we're ready.
A portal to Detroit.
That we can activate. A portal that we can activate, yeah.
Those are very good. And then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 things. What else could we ask for? Because I think we have more asks.
6 asks. How many? 4? That was 4?
Just
Yeah.
because we have the ability to ask for it doesn't necessarily
That's
mean
true.
we should ask for it or need to ask for it.
Yeah,
I think everybody who comes here to ask Osiris for something. Maybe it's nice to not be asked of things.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna ask him something.
Alaska goes over and stares at that wall that you were looking at for a long time, Linda.
Yep.
What's all this mean?
I explain it as best I can from what I understand. Pointing to the different areas.
I want to change mine. I want someone take the wings from me.
What are you gonna ask for?
What do you want to change it to, Alaska?
I want to wish for one of you to become human.
What? We can't. What?
What?
I go look at the wall.
It's a wall. It's what he does.
But if only one of us becomes human, they won't be able to stay with us.
Could each ask for each other?
The
We could just
wasteland's gonna
say-
be a problem.
We could say screw all the rest.
Remember we used to talk about a shortcut, and Adonis would tell me there's no such thing, but we shortcutted away past torment, and then we shortcutted away past disquiet, and now we're at a place where the origin of River's entire lineage starts. A god of resurrection who trades in souls. How is that not a way? And I know that's kind of like quitting the path and not following what the angel said, and maybe it's like an easy way out, but like Adonis and Rain, you went dancing. You know what it's like out there. And we've come a long way, but I just feel like some of you deserve that. Some of you deserve it so much. And he runs over to Linda and specifically takes her hand. I worry about you all the time. That we're all gonna just become fleshy dudes in the sun, or ladies, my bad, and you're just not.
If
'Cause we don't
that's
know.
my life, if that's how this ends, that's how this ends.
But it doesn't have to be.
If I can't make it down the path, if I can't complete the pilgrimage, then I can't do it. But I don't want to take a shortcut, because
What
then
if
I
this?
wouldn't be
What
completing
if
the
this
pilgrimage
was your
at all.
path?
I don't think this is my path. Of all of us here, I don't think I've earned it.
Don't you think you deserve it?
How can I deserve something I haven't earned? I have learned less than any of you.
I feel like you learned more than any of us because you started with less. At least less experience.
You didn't start with any organs. You had to learn about all the organs.
And I want to keep learning with you. Together.
He gives you a big ass hug. Okay.
She hugs him back. Getting used to this human interaction.
I feel like we can't do it unless we all do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we can't split the party now.
Yeah, because if someone becomes human, then they can't.
And the only way to have that for everybody would be to say, literally, fuck
Goodbye,
everything else.
brothers. Yeah.
I want to look at the wall again. I want to like really look at the different hieroglyphs and see if there is anything that would show multiple people getting one person asking something for multiple people.
As you look across at the wall and you go over it and you pour over the differences, go ahead and roll intel plus investigation. No minuses, no pluses. Just see what we get.
Uh, 5 again.
Dang.
It takes you about 4 minutes to pour across the room, covering all the canvases, moving up and down the hieroglyphs. Your eyes moving like scanners. When it's all said and done, you take a good 6 seconds to just sort of close your eyes and process. And you realize that only half of you could achieve humanity if you were to abandon all of your goals. That in each case, a pair journeyed down, and one asked for the soul of the other. Or in some cases, they journeyed down alone and asked for the soul of a friend. So while it would be easily feasible for Linda to ask for Alaska's soul, River to ask for Rain's, Moses to ask for Adonis, those same characters couldn't ask for themselves.
Can I assume based on that we don't actually get 6 wishes at this point? We get 3. 1 per
You
pair.
get 6 as long as it's sort of individual asks. But the law of being unable to ask for your own soul sort of means that you're forced to ask for another. In a sense, I suppose you could all achieve humanity if Alaska asked for Moses and Moses asked for, Adonis asked for Moses and Moses asked for, Adonis, and River to Rain, Rain to River. You could do it. You would be abandoning all quests, but you would be achieving humanity together.
Which feels wrong.
It's like the ultimate quest, though.
I think honestly though, Linda's mind is she's wondering if we can do something like, my ask is that my throng retrieves their souls. 1 ask, 5 souls.
You don't see anything like it.
Okay.
All they ask seem very personal, very small. And in each of them, there seemed like Osiris took something. Like from the vampires, he took the beast from them. From the Prometheans, he took the fire. So it seems like there's a bit of a cost involved, although it's not necessarily known at the time. In some cases, it looks like an offering more than a cost. Please do this thing. I offer X.
Right.
Do you pay the 1? No, heuristic study.
I mean,
I don't think that asking him for any of our souls is the right route to go. We're on the pilgrimage to learn how to be human, to understand what it means to sacrifice, to figure out how best to live our lives when we do reach that point. And by asking him to just give us a soul, it kind of seems like
What about the Eddie
we
Bowl?
wouldn't learn any of those. We could ask for Eddie's soul.
What about the really old
I would
ones
accept that.
who are like scared they're gonna die without transferring?
We could
Yeah,
ask
I've
for
only
Eddie,
met Eddie.
but I feel like Eddie wouldn't like not being involved in the decision.
Probably not.
Just imagine you're sitting somewhere and all of a sudden
You have a soul.
you have your soul.
I would be willing to give up my wish for Eddie to give him the option of a soul.
I don't know if it works like that. He would have to cross the path, I think.
And just so I know the tenets of this group, nobody has the vices greed, right?
No.
Or envy.
I have envy.
You have
Envy.
You have envy, Adonis.
Yes, sir.
So it'll be the
I have pride, and I feel like my pride would be that I want my
want to
son.
earn it. I think, and then yeah, he also has charity and pride.
But maybe
I think
pride
that-
would make me do the
Fucking us up
children.
right now. I want you guys to be human.
Hey, I just want y'all to
Love it.
succeed. I want you to not suffer no more.
Shortcuts are
Adonis
very
and
human.
Rain. Yeah. Adonis and Rain, I need you to roll willpower. This is your defining vice, so we're gonna have to minus it by 2. The idea that you could be exactly like the creatures you envy so much is hard. And you've seen more than the others how good street food is at 3 a.m., how well people dance when they're drunk, how much fun you have when you just don't care, and how beautiful the human world can be.
How good that Coke is from McDonald's after 10 p.m.
I thought you were going to say the
Slaps.
Coke in the bathroom, and I was like, it doesn't hit them the same because they're Prometheans.
No.
But it could.
But it could.
What was the minuses?
It's
2.
willpower minus 2.
I got 2.
2 successes. Hold on.
Oh, thank God. 1.
1. You also hold on. This mainly just defines your attitude for the scene. You can see all the benefits, but you also see what it would mean, leaving all the friends you've made behind, starting anew. And although you could do this together, if even some of you want to stay, it makes the rest of you kind of want. But not putting words in the rest of your mouth, just sort of defining those 2s and 1s.
I'm gonna go look at the reflection wall. I haven't
I-
seen it yet.
I think as far as Linda goes, she is not. She has no interest in asking him for her soul or having anyone ask for her soul. She wants to earn it. And she sees this as a ridiculous shortcut that is probably going to do more harm than good. She has not earned it. She does not deserve it.
I ran back
Placing
over
a
the
soul
river.
on a pedestal, though.
Grab her hand.
What was that, Moses?
Said really placing a soul on a pedestal there.
Yeah. Yeah, put that soul on the pedestal. You look
8
awesome.
million people have a soul.
Like when Rain's looking at herself and she can inspect her gums and see that they're like fresh gums and her teeth are fresh teeth and her skin is real and there are no scars. It's intense.
But I grab River and I pull her over, and then we just like, I envision us just like holding hands, looking at ourselves. Like, oh,
Wow,
you look like me.
you look like me.
I thought so.
Adonis is staying as far away from that reflecting wall as he possibly can.
Your name is Adonis,
Because
not
he
Narcissus.
knows that seeing himself in that way Like, he only got one on that willpower roll, man. He knows that if he sees it, he's not going to be able to. He's on the other side of the room, table, whatever. He won't go near it.
I feel like after River sees herself and like sees Rain and sees us
Okay, you
like
can start your
us
reflection
together,
on Moses.
I feel like it would. I don't know. I don't know if I.
If it fucks up your roll, you're like,
Yeah,
I
no,
feel
I
like
will agree, man.
I feel like I should roll now.
I
Now that
do
you've
feel like I
seen how
should roll a
beautiful-
willpower, which is crazy,
for
and
it.
I feel like I've never actually experienced like a true
Well, so now
dilemma.
it's new pride. It's you know
Because it's
your
like I feel like the pride would be torn of like you. I kind of have pride to like finish finish the path to like
But it could be
learning
turning
more and
into
earning it.
I
But I
do
also feel like
deserve
I have a
this.
pride of
why
wanting.
shouldn't I have this?
Why shouldn't I have that? And why shouldn't she? And why shouldn't we have it
Why
together?
shouldn't we all? And my way
Yeah.
is the right way. Yeah,
And
I think
also,
you could
I feel
roll
like it'd be hard
-2.
for her to not feel with like being an Osiris and like feeling, kind of that nudge on your shoulder. Like, why isn't this her path? She's literally like in front of her, like in front of the God that was the creator of her kind. And like, I feel like she would be really hard to be like, well, maybe this was my path. Like all of
He
these
called
are,
you here.
everything is lining up. Like this, what do you mean this isn't my way? So.
So lit.
So I am in a willpower.
Willpower -2. Resolve, composure -2.
Moses will just sit next to Adonis quietly.
Also avoiding the shinies.
Nope.
The shiny isn't what's bothering him.
Ooh. I got 3.
Although all manner of thoughts, prideful thoughts, rampage through your head, you heard someone you care about talk about earning the pilgrimage. And that, although the why shouldn't you and why don't I deserve this and my way is right, all those voices are loud, but not as loud as the fuck it, I'm going to do it my way voice. And my way has always been a little bit harder, a little bit different. And now my way is her way too. It's not just my way, it's our way.
I think I'd squeeze Rain's hand and say, it doesn't feel real if you earn it. That's why it's just a reflection. It's not real. We gotta keep going. We can't just cheat it out.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but this is kind of cool.
I know. But I think we'll get there one day. We just have to get there. I think Linda might be right on this one. Just don't tell her I said that.
Can I hear her? She's not being quiet.
No, and it's a very it's a golden stone chamber, so everything kind of echoes.
I'm just gonna.
I think I'm just like in like tunnel vision of the image with Rain, so I'm like, don't tell her I said that, forgetting that I'm just like talking out loud.
She's gonna smirk and turn away.
Okay, I won't. Pinky promise.
It's going through your mind, Moses, as your shoulder touches Adonis.
Hey, mate.
That while all the words that everyone is saying is well-meaning, I know it's ironic coming from Moses, but it's foolish. Because we call ourselves the Unbroken. We are the Together Throng. But the truth is, I've never heard of a single one of our kind or a single Thrawn all achieve the pilgrimage at the same time. It's not like tally point system that we all just make it towards. That if everyone gets 100 deeds, you become human. Like that's not how it works. Every pilgrimage is different, which means that at some point we will be unbroken, and then at some point we will become broken because some of us will have ascended and will have moved on. But he doesn't want to shatter what we have right now, especially because he's kind of noticed how they all look longer than everybody else. And there's a reason why, and part of the reason why he hasn't said it to anyone or anything like that, kind of let them discover themselves, because for the first time in his existence, he feels a little selfish because he knows that it can't be forever, ideally. But if he doesn't say anything, then maybe they won't notice.
Is your vice
Maybe
bride
they won't.
murder?
Nope, it's wrath.
Wrath.
But his virtue is charity. And the thing is that he kind of feels guilty because for the first time he doesn't want anyone to be gone, because this is the first time he's really had friends. Even though he's lost several already repeatedly. But he knows that this existence is miserable, that the food that we eat lacks taste, that the feeling of our elements upon our flesh is muted. He's still confused as to what affection or love really is, but he still knows that when he looks at Adonis that it's not whole, that they're flawed. By definition we're flawed. And that from what he's read in his books, what he's seen in the movies and the picture shows that he was seeing that shown, is that we envy the human soul, but he isn't sure that it's actually worth truly having sometimes. There are far more villains than there are heroes. The world is selfish and self destructive. Even in his desire to help everyone else, he still doesn't know if it's done for the better, if releasing Tyrant upon the planet for a month at a time, or setting free Espin Malvagio when he declared revenge on someone that they called friend. If this angel that is imprisoned was imprisoned, is it even good? Everyone keeps talking about going to Detroit as some in pilgrimage thing, as some hopeful paradise, but to him, he's still the one that sees destruction. And even though he's explained this, their hope and their optimism from the rest of the throng, I don't know, prevents them from heeding that warning, to really realizing what we're going to or towards, and that it is that hope that he hopes that he's wrong and he's still not sure, because but even if it is the wrong choice, because we're supposed to be going together, he doesn't want it broken. And there's a part of him that feels selfish because while he may not be able to fully academically understand iridium, the first thought that came to his mind was we could be together forever. because you pause the pilgrimage and become immortal. But it seems wrong to ask everyone to do that. And seeing that being in the underworld means we can die a permanent death. And so far, the underworld is just miserable. And that while being what we are is miserable too, at least we have some kind of control over us. But being in this place, it's everyone else's rules and it's everyone else's wealth and it's everyone else's laws. And so right now he's kind of, I think for the first time he's really feeling that like that level 3 morality. Not that being a villain is necessarily wrong, but what does being good really get you?
Yeah.
He still wants to do charitable things, but he feels like at the end of the day, because he is flawed, that it's for terrible reasons. Because he's trying to redeem his own self because of his own nature. So, and being in this place is kind of hitting him hard, especially seeing that if we were to become human, then we were to become flesh, which is something that our kind has desired for so long. It's the time in his like 4, I don't know, I guess 5.5 years now, depending how long we've been in these other realms of existence, that like he's kind of truly understanding what Duelist and Shepard and everyone else has been saying. And it's kind of putting a lot of perspective for him, but he also doesn't quite know how to express all this without hurting himself or the ones he cares for. And so right now he's just sitting next to Adonis, and while a part of him wants to like reach out and express these words, there's a bigger part of him just telling him to remain silent and that maybe things won't change. Because even when the other one wants to go to Detroit, he still has to go give his promise to the moon and go to Colorado. Like, and at some point, if they do decide to go with him, if they are hurt or if they are harmed. And so he's realizing that having friends for the first time has really put him in a position to where if he loses something or someone, he doesn't quite know how to suffer that loss yet. And this place so far is all about loss. So as much as everyone's talking about what can be gained, all he's thinking about is everything that he could lose.
No matter which path you choose, kind of.
So
Makes
that's why
sense.
he's just kind of heavy in his head right now.
That's some deep shit that I don't know about because that was all in your head, right?
Is there any kind of role
Correct, it's all in my head.
that I could make to sort of feel like he has something that he needs to say, but he's holding it back?
Yeah, that's a presence plus empathy.
Okay.
Empathy plus
Oh, I'm
psionics.
really good at that.
Read that much.
Get those psionics in there.
Psionic transmutation, go.
So I have a presence of 4. I have an empathy of 3. And I
You know what's
have
ironic? It's really easier if you just have aura sight.
a specialty
No one else does.
in expression. Or in empathy for...
Asking them to pause the pilgrimage and live
Wrong
forever with me. Intense.
Oh, wow. Okay. Not a
And
single
that
one.
type of question means way
can
more,
say
you know,
that
from
you
someone to care about.
Yeah, you don't necessarily know what's going on with him, but you do know he's been quiet for uh, long enough that it's wrong. That he sat next to you, and for like 3 minutes, his body kind of shuddered. There was twitches of deep thought. There's the slow exhale of breath and the slow rising of shoulders. You can tell that he's deep in thought, even if he's not saying anything, because you don't know the context of why he's like that.
I'm going to sort of shift myself a little so that I'm more like comfortably like next to him. I'm gonna put my head on his shoulder. You know I've always got a shoulder and an ear for you, yeah?
Yeah, because we can always find you another shoulder and ear if you lose one.
Alaska also laughs because even though the conversation is private and echoey.
What what happens when we're done here?
Lot done here in the underworld, or is this more of an existential question?
Linda's gonna stand over by River
I don't know
while this
what
conversation's
existential means.
happening.
More of like a question about our purpose, like overarching, like pilgrimage shit.
How how unbroken is broken?
Mm.
That doesn't sound right. Um, you know people better than I do. Is friendship just convenient? Is love just comfortable?
Honestly,
The the stories I read, connection means everything, and I thought so too. In Arcadia, in Purgatory, even in here, somewhat. We sacrifice ourselves for each other. We hold ourselves back. I'm not sure if everyone understands what happens when River brings us back. When she really loses. But to keep me and to keep Linda from killing me, she promised to carry a weight, to carry more. People people are mean and cruel and selfish, and yet we want to be human like the humans. I know our kind hates humans sometimes. I know our kind is jealous of humans. But at night, it's something we all dream about.
You ask me?
What happens if I have to, or you,
I'm sorry, out of character. You cut out
or
there.
any of
What
us?
happens if what now?
If one of us leaves, do we all follow?
Becomes human, you mean?
Osiris Osiris asked for a river. In truth, I told the lady at the desk that we all go because I didn't want to lose her or go have her go alone. So what if he only wants her? I don't want to go to Detroit, but everyone still wants to go to Detroit. I have to go to Colorado, but not everyone will want to go to Colorado. I don't want Eddie to stay in Redemption, but what if he wants to stay because Catherine's there? Are connections just words, or do they really mean something?
Honestly, when it comes to humans, sometimes it is just words. Sometimes love is a thing of convenience. Sometimes connection and friendship is surface deep. But sometimes it's the reason the sun rises in the morning. Sometimes it's the reason you take that next breath. Sometimes it's crawling across the battlefield because you know you're on your way out and there's only one last face you want to see. And at that one, he looks up and looks directly into his eyes. There are monsters everywhere, mate. Even among the humans. True connection, actual connection, that spans the globe, mate.
At that, Linda's gonna grab River's hand and just squeeze it a little bit and then hold it.
And he's gonna take his hand and he's gonna thread his fingers through Moses's fingers. And he's gonna hold his hand tightly and goes, "All I know is you ain't gonna be the only one, Colorado. You ain't gonna face her again, alone again. Whatever this white wolf has in store for you, he's gonna have to make room for at least one more. Because looking at your face, mate, looking at your face, my love, I don't need to look into that mirror, mate. Looking at you makes me feel human. And I can't think of a single place I'd rather be than right here next to you. Next to all of you. I named us together. Not because we was physically in the same room, but because I know that even if the pilgrimage takes us apart from each other, I know I'm gonna carry you with. I'm gonna carry you with me. Right near. And I'd like to think that you carry me with you as well. Together we stand. Unbroken we shall remain. No amount of distance is gonna change that.
And we're finally at a place where that can be true. No throng, no brand stops everyone from ascending together. Everyone's journey is different. Each soul is supposed to be different. So, what we achieve happens at different times. So, if one of us becomes human, we have to break. But here, at the place of a creator, rivers creators, we could all be at that place together.
without having to give up our fire and make another.
I know Linda, what she said is true. It's technically the easy way out. But why can't what we've already experienced be enough? Why do we have to suffer or bring suffering to others?
As Moses says that, because Lena's still holding my hand, she's just gonna like look up because I feel like I'm sitting down and you're standing, but she's gonna look up and say, "I think that you've earned it, and I think you deserve it."
River and Rain have been together from the beginning. Shouldn't they be together at the finish line? Linda
Yeah,
found us and learned connection. We found Alaska who seen us from dreams and he made his way to us. We found each other, and when a knight of the order nearly took you from me, I haven't felt fear like that in a very long time. So why can't we be together as humans when this is a place that could do it for us? I know it sounds selfish, but haven't we suffered? Didn't we break ourselves to free others? Why can't we free ourselves from what we are?
Alaska speaks up. He doesn't want to, but like you see, he stands up and he's like, "Because if we don't, the bad vampire wins." Because he's gonna kill that angel.
if I was gonna be human, I don't know if I would want. I don't know if I'd want that. Knowing that somebody I told I would help remains in slavery.
Moses, what if we come back? Adonis, what if we come back? What if we fulfill our promises?
Twice again.
And if we have, yeah, what if we fulfill our promises? We do everything we said we're going to do. And then together, we come back down. If that reward is we're going to learn. We'll learn behind that door right there. But if it's everything we said it's going to, we hope it's for, then what if we journey together again? We use our power. We pass it on. We make sure other people know how to turn off disquiet. And then when we're ready, we come back down and we do it together.
We made it together once.
It's a
There is another
compromise.
side to the coin, though. Everyone ascends at a different time. But iridium stops us from ascending.
You have to pass on your fire, Moses. If nobody ever tries to make a kid,
There are stories
But
of people
if we free
circumventing that.
people,
oh yeah,
the
yeah,
shepherd
there are.
is immortal. The others are immortal. Not like Eddie, they stop aging. If we freed so many as we are, we could continue to free more. To teach our transmutations, to teach our abilities.
And keep suffering
That
together.
is the other way that unbroken stays unbroken. I don't know which way is true, but at the end of the day, I don't want to lose anyone. And I know that's childish.
Then let it be childish. I'm not going anywhere.
This is the only life I've ever known.
Squeezes
So
Moses' hand tighter.
I think I'm doing pretty good at it.
If it means helping more people, I'd happily pause the pilgrimage.
Me too.
After listening to you, Moses, I think I'm siding with Linda. I don't want humanity this way. I want to help more people. And even if my body hurts because of all the spirits that live in it, I'm going to keep helping more people for as long as I can.
Hey, Moses.
I won't watch the second dawn without you.
Moses, when you take a picture of the reflections, does it show us as we are, or does it show the reflection?
It's an old-timey camera. You won't know till the picture comes out.
Obviously. Maybe we could
Usually it's what the camera sees and not what I see.
take a picture of what we could be together before we go on, so that we have something to remember it by.
No inspo pic.
Pick for the gram.
Thanks for the gram.
Yeah. I like that. To remember all of us as we are and what we could be.
All right, gather around. Picture time.
Cheese.
Alaska
gonna-
jumps on the table so that way he can be seen above the group.
I'm gonna look at my reflection next to Rivers and just memorize it.
Beautiful.
Hey.
Intel plus resolve, just to lock it in.
I was gonna say she's got eidetic memory too. She's never forgetting that.
Yeah.
That's the
I never
plan.
want to forget the time that I meant it.
Take a memory. Click.
Anytime shit gets hard, just look at that picture.
The rain is raining,
3.
river is
That's
not
what
rain.
I'm working for. All right.
You locked it. This is yours. The two of you together in human form.
My soul.
Ace floating in the air takes the picture almost like a Cheshire cat. And sort of
Oh.
there one moment getting the picture, and then at the moment of clicking, just manifesting on Moses' shoulder.
Oh my god.
And then reappearing as it sort of spits it out. And he floats it on over to Moses. And you see it's a goofy ass group photo with you all in a one, and it takes the time it takes a Polaroid to eventually manifest, all the ink to dry and the picture to sort of clarify. But when you do,
Don't shake it.
you see that don't shake it messes it up. You see that against all odds it captured the moment as you saw it, not as you saw it. And the picture as you take a very rare underworld style picture, very little color, but the gold behind you and on the table and the walls and like the low fiery lighting, and you all just sort of with the different humanoid pigments and skin colors, your eyes glistening, smiling and kind of looking like goofy. It's no one's really sure how to act or how to behave, and it's awkward and fun looking and cherished.
That was beautiful.
Yours.
Cute. Suffering together. That's
Hell
what
yeah.
we're doing.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, now that we've gotten that figured out and all the emotions on the table, loved all of it, we're sticking with the path, right?
Let's
We're
go get those
together.
items.
We're going to get the feather. So we're going to ask for the feather. We're going to ask for the torch. I think we should ask for 2 bags of sand, 1 each. We could, have an extra one. Maybe get us to Colorado one day with Moses. And
Oh,
we've
like
got
the
table.
like the black gate sand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe ask for 2 of them.
Okay.
And
So doable.
yeah, and
And
then
that's all. We don't want to be greedy.
oh, right. Well, if we have another one, so our way back to redemption, right? Or not redemption, sorry, purgatory.
Yeah. Let's
Get
do
the
that.
items, get to purgatory, have 2 bags of sand, do our adventure time, teach along the way.
And then you can just say
Continue.
like, "Hey, Mr. Osiris guy, we're gonna come back another time and we'll get our."
Yeah. We'll see you again one day. We'll just leave it at that. Leave it a mystery, Respect.
Okay. Who's doing the asking for what? Who's got the wings?
I'm gonna ask for the wings.
Who's asking for torch?
I'll ask for the torch.
Who's asking for bag of sand number 1?
I will.
Moses. Bag of sand number 2.
I don't want to ask for anything.
I'll take it. No?
No,
Okay.
Adonis wants it.
Go for it.
Okay. That leaves two sort of blank slots.
Yeah,
Our
I
way,
don't have to.
and then our way up
anything.
to redemption. Or, God damn it, purgatory. Stop saying that, Jordan.
Isn't that
Go
what
up.
the stands for?
No,
Well,
that's
but I'm
Detroit.
thinking if we have another
Colorado.
ask, we could ask to just get our way back to purgatory, and then we have 2 bags of sand from there, which is kind of cool.
And the sands always take us here?
Oh yeah, I guess we only need one then.
Well, we were more thinking that it was like, insert location that takes you here.
We might be able to ask him for something that would allow us to do
Portable
that.
sand. We'll ask him for some portable sand.
Doesn't necessarily have to be sand.
We might get
Portable-
confused if we're always
portal.
on the sand.
Ask him if portals are a thing. We'll start there.
Maybe a gem or something that creates a portal and we just walk through it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm asking for wings. You guys, you figure out your terminology for the
Gate
portals.
spell. Who knows?
Behind a set of green emerald doors, kind of a long gong sounds, followed by some deep drums and a sort of a radiant light that begins to emerge.
What was that?
Oh,
I think
I think we're
we're
supposed to
expected.
Let's go.
first.
I think that's all right.
I mean, there's like a saying out there, follow the light or something, right? Let's go.
I think that's like Colts,
for
but I'm down.
death, but...
Mm,
All right.
It might be for Colts, but it's
Get ready
worked
to
for us
head
so
towards
far.
that door.
How much deader can we get? We're like in the bottom of dead.
I'm going to do what Linda recommended long ago, about over an hour ago. And I'll take a piece of lamb and I'll start eating on as we walk out. Reset the timer.
Reset the clock.
Reset
All
that
right.
timer.
As you head towards those emerald doors with sort of like the green or darker gold pulsing veins throughout, when you get closer to it, you notice that one of them is marked with a feather, the other is marked with a heart, and the doors begin to, cocoon, cocoon, coo, and they just start to slowly open, stone grinding on stone, and the radiance of another chamber basks over you. We'll take our first break.
Just like that.
And just like that.
All right. We'll be back in.
When I break, you break. Just like that.
I was honestly surprised. I was like, damn, Moses is
yeah,
actually
hey,
going to get him to
yeah,
fucking all do it. And like, I felt bad, but I was like, I was sitting there. I was like, I don't know. I don't want to like go against what he's saying, but Alaska can't leave that angel lady. Like, but like, if I wasn't Alaska and I was just some normal dude, like I could have been swayed there. Like, I'm like, he's right. Let's go to the beach together.
no.
Goddamn.
All right. Off to break.
See you guys in a few.
See you soon.
And we're back. All right, y'all. So here we go. The gates open. These magnificent emerald doors with gold veins crack open. One side decorated with the feather, the other with the heart. And you walk into a gigantic chamber. It becomes clear immediately that this is just the inner chamber of the pyramid. And you, as you sort of pass through the arch, which is not an arch, it's much more of like a square. As you pass through it, this sort of load-bearing square, you can sort of see hieroglyphs that kind of detail where you're going and what is in front of you. You are about to enter the Hall of Osiris. And as you pass beneath it, you sort of feel this transcendental weight. It doesn't feel necessarily like Azoth, but it does feel, it's like it's reminiscent of when you had those fragments of the fire of transformation, when you had that fragment of pure Azoth from Prometheus flame from Olympus. It's similar to that in that what you are feeling is a type of divinity, but this is much more grounding, much more based in cycles and vegetation and justice and the inevitability of death, but also the possibility of rebirth for some. When you make your way through the chamber, moving together, your feet sort of clacking, still bare feet. You have the some of you still have weapons on your back, but these things are, they're not for trade, they're not for barter. Ace is sort of, he's ate a little bit of regular food and he's ate a little bit of Moses to kind of give him enough Azoth to Pyros to stave off his hunger. And in theory, he's also moved off and found spirits and come back, but if he hasn't really been sharing that part of his hunting experience with you guys. You make your way into this gargantuan hall, and you see very much like Abe Lincoln on his master granite monument, you see this enormous statue. Um, and there's nothing else in the room. It reaches what you can imagine is the very top of the pyramid. And when you are at the base of this pyramid, you are about the toe of this thing is still taller than Moses by about a good feet, and it is of a 6 or 7 foot tall, godly individual. Um, he has sort of this like obsidian black, almost fertile silk colored skin. His headdress is crowned with the atef of feathers, rusty, rising like wings. Hands are crossed over his chest, and each is holding the. Oh, it's not. His hands are just crossed over his chest. But when you approach, they go from like this to sort of moving through the air very slowly and then resting on the throne. It looks much more like a statue come to life than a real entity. And seeing it here, you get the impression that it doesn't ever stand up, that it is part of its throne, and it can maybe change its position a little bit, but you see that where his like parts of his skirt and lower body just sort of meld almost seamlessly into the gold of the throne, like it is one big massive statue, yet at the same time kind of omnipotent in this realm. You get the sensation as you walk in here that not only is everything he says law, but that he can see everything that is transgressed in this place, hear every conversation, and bear witness to every event. So even as you look at this massive statue with azure blue eyes, onyx black skin, magnificent gold, ancient, you also get the impression that it is just, it is fair, it is cyclical, and it is in a way omnipotent, but only as far as this realm goes. More grating as the statue's mouth opens, and you hear this sort of intoning around you as the fires in each of the sconces kind of flicker as the unbroken approach. And remember, there's nothing else in here. It's just a golden chamber that moves to a triangular, a pyramidal point, and this statue occupies almost the entirety of the inner chamber. More hieroglyphics on all sides, images of individuals gathering or gaining redemption for one another, getting their loved ones back, their wives, their friends, their family. Perilous journeys come to an end here, and there is a sense that yours could have too, but you have made a bold choice to continue, a very selfless choice, a choice that you know immediately was witnessed by this entity. When he
say
speaks,
about dignity with big feet.
oh, what'd you say?
You know what they say about deities with big feet? They grant big wishes.
That's good. Slowly, his mouth opens, and though what comes out is nonsense language to you, it immediately moves into your head. You feel this being sort of speaks, and although what comes out is an ancient language and dialect that most of you do not know, in your minds, just like Anubis, I know one of you could choose to spread himself, but Anubis or Osiris, not really knowing that, has connected with the inner beings and reaches into your minds to speak in a language more plain for you to understand. Greetings, river of the unbroken. Greetings, unbroken, together throng. You have traveled far. I hope you are well, rested, and fed.
I'm
You
gonna
did not
kneel.
have to come, but you did. Hmm.
I look at Linda and I also
We
kneel.
always come together.
Oh my.
He nods sagely.
Right. I was. You're all thinking it. I just said it. But I will also follow through and kneel as well. Just following custom. I'm not sure what to do with my hands here, so I'm just following suit, and I'm gonna kneel too. Which is more than I can say what I did for any of the gods in Arcadia.
That's true.
I'm going off of all of the hieroglyphs we saw in the previous room. The majority of the people were kneeling in front of him, so I'm just gonna do what he did. They did.
True story. Just kind of kneels, and we're gonna hold something up here.
Yep.
Once, from the kneeling position, it really does feel more like a statue than a person. And yet with all of the sort of law about it, you do feel a little bit, it's not like weight has been lifted, it's more just like respect has been shown. And so there's less oppressive weight from the presence, and from your perspective, it doesn't seem as high, as unreasonably tall. It's still a massive statue, but less imposing than before.
I don't like full on kneel, but I definitely would bow.
You bow.
River, are you kind of like the central front?
I feel like I'm kind of in the front, probably, but I feel like I just like bow and as you guys kneel, I'm just like in front, but full on like head down, just like.
Hey man, you were asked for. The rest of us kind of just appeared.
In awe.
And I find we're like in a V formation, and she like bows, and the rest of us just like kneel, kneel, kneel.
Yeah.
Alaska kind of looks around at most of you and follows suit with a kneel.
Oh, we're kneeling now. Oh, okay.
Right. Yes.
Right, and like
In your mind, River, does your pride compel you not to kneel?
What do you want?
You are in the presence of a king.
Your king.
Well, I don't want to get it.
Can I answer like back in my head? Do I have to like answer out loud?
You don't know?
Okay, well, in my head. See if he responds.
Every one of those. You go try
Everybody kneels to you, and a bow felt like the highest form of respect. I'll do as you wish.
Are you lying about the bow as the highest form of respect?
Not too. That's how I see it.
Mm. You feel sort of like a little, not like a scan, but I guess that's probably the best way to put it. Like almost like a through your memories. And then out loud, the statue says, "Rise, entourage of river.
I'll stand up.
Rise, river.
I stand up.
And greetings. I called you here, and you came. I am surprised that you were able to make it, but impressed. I was impressed with how you've handled everything. Your loyalty to one another is staggering. No mortal will sway you from it. Yet, your loyalty is not based in grand ideals. It is grounded in something you have discovered. A joy in helping others. A responsibility found in your power. Wherever you go, you set people free. You change lives. And you do not let one another die, even when it costs you progress over and over and over and over.
Could have left that last up over.
I have witnessed several thousand of my kind follow in this lineage. And in their 100 years of life, few have sacrificed as much of their progress to bring someone they care about back to life as much as you. In 1 year, you have resurrected more Prometheans, more created than other Osirans have in lifetimes. Why? I want to know why.
I woke up one day with no memory of who my past life was, or what I was, or who I was, or any of it. And as I started to figure out that I was created, I realized I was given something. Unique. I didn't earn the ability necessarily, but I knew I could earn my way into giving more people a chance to come back, to live, try to become whole. And if I was just given something, why would I not work hard to help others continue forward? And that made me feel like I was continuing forward. So it felt like a win-win. I couldn't let other people fall knowing I could bring them back.
Massive statue nods. I believe your heart is true. Though you would let a stranger die for someone you love, I also believe that you would do anything to protect someone you love. It is possible that your heart needs to expand a bit more, that your range of protection may need to extend to strangers, but for now, I believe your sacrifice is due reward. We can always grow more. There's always more living to do before the end. And I am witness to your pledge to stay together, potentially forever, as a choice to continue to save others, protect others, teach others. And I have witnessed your altruism, and so a gift. And he reaches forward, and you just hear this like massive creaking of metal. And all the your hand is out. He just reaches down and places one finger on top of your head. And you can feel the weight of the stone statue. And then inside, your Azoth begins to flare. And your bestowment evolves into its second form. And in our chat, you can check out your brand new moment, Resurrection. I just posted it in Promethean.
My dogs were barking so loud. I'm so sorry. What did you say I got?
No, you're just going crazy all of a sudden.
Josh just got home.
Oh, that makes sense. That's the normal.
I'm sorry. I just didn't hear it. What did you say it was? A second?
I said it's posted in our chat.
Okay. Sorry. I literally couldn't hear anything. I'm so sorry. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, rip slash Josh.
God damn.
I think you mean Osiris Dam.
Yeah.
I think as I like feel my Azoth burning and just like feel all the weight, I'm just going to like bow again and just say thank you, Almighty Osiris.
With this bestowment, you should be able to help many more without sacrificing as much of yourself. Your progress will be yours to keep, for you have earned the right to keep it. You have given much of yourself, and this is your reward. However, few travel here. Very few. The laws of this land are many. Hundreds of thousands look back. Many more stray from the path to hunger, to temptation. Many more out of fear that they will not be able to get back out, squirrel away tokens or trinkets or coins at the Black Gate. And then there are those at the end who, though they have been won, still try to ask for their own souls. But you have been respectful. And you have been judged worthy by Anubis. And so you earn the reward of Osiris. Not the gift I have just given you, but the promise that you can see on the walls all around you. The most commonly asked for gift is a soul. Someone you love who has passed on. But I know from watching you that you've managed to keep almost everyone you care about alive. So then it must be the plight. The plight of angels that I sense about you. Speak, weary travelers. What would you ask of Osiris? I must be quick about it. For there has been, and he looks out towards the ocean of fragments, but you can tell he's looking beyond it. I must be swift about answering this meeting because there has been a breach in Tartarus. And we have never had a breach in Tartarus. Fret not. Though this coincides with your entrance to the underworld, you were in the upper reaches when this occurred, and are not a suspect.
Well, that's good.
But the realms must be strengthened, which means visitors must be brought in order for us to properly work.
Yeah. We would love to get out of here.
Yeah, we thank you for everything, but we would like to leave quickly. We would like to finish our quest that we're currently on. And we're looking for the feathers of night. And we're hoping that you will be able to provide those for us.
and the torch of transformation.
Yeah, I didn't know if I had to say it all together or not, like, or if it was each person. But yes, the torch as well. And
For
then
river of the
And a
unbroken.
gem of teleportation.
A couple of those.
You see the head cocks a little bit at the little outbursts, and he thinks about it for a minute.
I don't know if we're going in order.
Yeah, we thought maybe like we each got something, and we weren't gonna all ask, but like a couple of requests.
I wasn't
River's
sure if it
bright
was just
red in front of this god, just like, oh no.
The stone is just creaking along.
just kind of, and I didn't know if we're, oh, sorry. He would like bow again.
For river of the unbroken. The wings of night can be procured. They reside in the ocean of fragments. The ocean of fragments is subject to many laws, but there is nothing against taking an object from it. I will do this for you. And he sort of just reaches out his hand, and there in the air, you see these maybe 15, maybe 20 feet long midnight black wings just sort of manifest floating in the air. And there's about 4 of them. And like this angel must have had 4 wings, 2 sets, all sort of interlaced in an X pattern. And when you look at them, you can see like they glimmer with little bits of stardust, and you can see traces of constellations and patterns and streaking meteors within. And they are almost too big for a normal human-sized person like yourself to hold, but they are incredible to behold.
All of you book talk fans, keep your mind out the gutter.
No idea what you're talking about.
They just sitting there in the sky, or they're like slowly floating down?
They are slowly floating down, but I warn you, young one. Apollyon, he is not part of the natural cycle. Apollyon stands outside of cycles. He is anti-death. He is an eraser. He's an annihilation angel. Our concepts are opposite. I worry that you are releasing a predator without natural hungers. An entity who is imprisoned, to the best of my knowledge, by his own design. Why are you waking such a creature?
Because the Night Prince is a butt munch.
Yeah, we kind of made a deal.
With what is a Night Prince?
He's not the date prince.
River gives a Moses answer. I love it.
Stone-faced statue just stares at you in confusion.
What roll does one need to make to remember the fire angel's name that asked for our help?
Oh, go ahead and do intelligence plus composure.
Don't have it written down.
Any minuses?
No, the conversation is relevant. All clues are present in your mind. Yeah, I'd say no minus.
I am going to pump 2 pyros into my intel.
Nice.
See, the Night Prince said that if you gave him this option, then he would destroy this brother and free their princess redemption, and that he would be set us free. But the Dark Angel said that he would destroy the Dark Prince if we do this for him, and that we don't have to worry about the Dark Prince. Let me run that back for you. And then the angel.
Or
The angel's name is Raguel. Ragel. the angel of justice, vengeance, and redemption.
The angel Raquel asked for our help. She's currently being imprisoned by a vampire named Finchatori.
None of
She
the
asked for our help, and he was rude.
There.
Yeah.
Raquel
his
is
one
an
evil thing.
angel of the highest order, as was Apollyon. What does a lowly vampire mean to such creatures? What threat is such a creature to an angel?
I don't know. But she told us that Apollyon can help.
Alaska blurts out, I saw in a vision she's imprisoned. He's imprisoned her.
Chained her to a sword of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
For a
guy sounds
ritual.
really bad.
Want some sort of ritual so that him and his kind can ask God why, or some philosophical dogma like that.
Vampires of all kinds are bound to a cycle. He is not allowed to breach the cycle. He must experience a natural death at the end of his life.
Hence Apollyon?
Raquel
He
wants
wanted us to give these items to him, and if he did, that he'd be able to talk to God and free redemption.
What if we just ask
He sent us in here to ask. He sent us in here to get it for him, but Raquel asked us to give it to Apollyon instead, to wake the destroyer.
So what will you do? You see the items pause. The wings sort of halt just out of reach. What is your choice in such a matter?
Well, we ain't giving it to that arrogant vampire fuck. That much I can tell you.
Would we still need the items if we just asked for her freedom?
She is imprisoned.
She is.
Okay.
We could free her without freeing Apollyon.
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea, Linda.
So logical, so smart.
She is a bloody supercomputer.
You see, he reaches out. Let me gather a
Super
dice.
Linda.
Is that your request, Linda?
Is it something you
Wish
can
for
grant?
me. Let me try.
It seems like a win-win. We don't have to help out anybody with the feathers or anything. We could still save her.
Don't insult
All
the
right.
big seat guy.
It's definitely the my tone may not have reflected it, but Linda's tone is definitely I don't know the answer to this question. I know a lot of things, but I do not know the answer to this. So I just need you to tell me it is something you can do.
There wasn't God information at the military meeting.
Yeah, no, not really.
I took a minus 20 to his dice pool, putting him at 5 dice. He got a single success. And he says, no. The angel Raquel lies just beyond my control. Redemption sits. It is not shackled to its normal alignment. Something has changed.
Then I don't see that we have a choice.
We must fear the destroyer.
Or Vincitori. By keeping
Adonis will face at that. When you
I mean-
say or Vincentori, Adonis will just.
by keeping her imprisoned, he may be messing with the natural order of redemption, and therefore redemption is not within reach.
Alaska just looks at
Would there be
River.
a way-
We gotta get those items. We gotta set her free.
Would there be a way to like put him back after he's free? In case he tries to kill him more than he's supposed to.
Cyrus just says, the one thing I do respect about the Destroyer Angel was his self-imprisonment. He was aware that it was not his time, and so put himself to sleep and became purgatory. I respect such commitment to his role. Should
we
he
don't have
be
a choice.
awakened,
He's purgatory.
I know not if he will return to his imprisonment, or if he will begin the apocalypse.
I'm not sure we have a choice. I feel like this is a conversation that has to be had with him. My ask
This
is
is a
for the
bad
torch.
thing.
If he apocalypses the world, then it's kind of on us.
Yeah.
I mean, we apocalypse the world just by being there, so.
But
I trust Rogel. I do not trust Apollyon. If Rogel is freed by these actions, I do believe she is the check to Apollyon's balance.
She can
Didn't
stay.
you say that was your brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he pushes the wings, or like sort of telekinetically moves the wings down into your hands, River.
All four of them.
Yeah, but they sort of fold up almost like a big stack, sort of lightly wrapped in twine.
I can like put it over my shoulder.
You could, yeah. You kind of have to.
Like
hold
if
it
it's
a
like, well, if
backpack,
it's
but
in like, if it's like twined up, can I like
Yeah.
strap it to me so it's like on my back?
you can, but it's like a long train. These feathers are dragging.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, that wingspan of yours. Mm-hmm.
Your ask is for the torch.
It is.
I must consult with the owner of the torch. I was aware of your quest and had reached out to Echidna, the mother of all monsters, regarding her husband, Typhon, as he is the warden of Tartarus. Echidna, if you will. And you sort of just
I'm sorry,
hear
what?
reality break.
He's sitting here.
Wait.
I'm sorry,
wait,
firstborn
that-
mother what?
Wait.
I'm sorry, firstborn mother what?
Oh, we're not ready for that.
Just looking outside of the windows of this place, you see these hands just
We
sort
weren't
of
ready.
reality and pull herself in, and you see this beautiful maiden with flowing midnight black hair that is the constellations, that is the night, that is Nyx, and you see just beautiful bosom of a body, slender shoulders, but then wings, massive colossal wings, and the lower body of a serpent that isn't just the lower body of a serpent, it ends in the head of a serpent, also with basilisk eyes and dripping venom, and the whole thing encircles the temple of Osiris just to show
Whoa.
the difference in size and power between the two figures. Draped body around the temple.
This.
Alaska. Oh my god, those are big boobs.
It is the mother of monsters. Why is your reaction not the same?
It was.
He
So I
laughed.
was like, this.
This is awesome.
I mean, yeah.
And she
that
smiles
happen the whole time.
coyly. Osiris. And he,
I dropped my knees again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I was literally just about
I
to
kneel
say
before that
that
one
is
too.
supposed to need to kneel again.
She
I kneel before
immediately,
that beauty.
she kind of frowns a little.
She
Rise,
calls him by
pale
his first
creatures.
name.
You owe me
Okay,
no
okay,
allegiance.
okay, sorry, you're just really big.
I am not
Did you
here
hear that?
for
She called
you.
him. She called him by his first name. Did you hear that?
Pale
She's like
creature.
immediately like snaps a bit, and like when you kind of flinch back, you see her smile gets wider, and you get the impression that like part of her draws energy from your fear. Osiris, my husband tells me you've lost my prisoner. And he's like, well, we can discuss that later. I have a different proposition for you. These individuals have earned their reward. Would like the torch of transformation. And she's like, these fools request a great power. They don't have souls. Do you know what it could do for them if they even accidentally touch such fire? Who knows what they would become? And you think that they can carry
I'm so
this
loud in these halls, but I'm gonna eat my bag.
just chips and Cheetos. Nom nom. He's like, they have earned their reward. He's like, and you have lost the beast with 1,000 faces. Him and his Noctis symbiogenesis are back up on that planet. And he's like, and you and your kind are there to stop him. And she goes, this changes everything. Why do they want the torch? And he sort of fills her in on the Apollyon bit and the Rigel bit, while you're all just sort of watching. And she keeps like, each stare is increasingly more hostile until finally the mention of Ragel sort of instills disbelief on her massive face and then sort of stuns silence. She sort of thinks about it.
I'm gonna pause eating my snacks.
What?
So I'm gonna pause eating my snacks when she becomes silent.
If the angel of vengeance and redemption acted as a messenger, that alone is telling of Vincitori's theft and the gravity of the situation. That vampire climbs a ladder meant for wings and gods. I am offended on a primal level. You robot monster. Take this torch. Release the destroyer. I want to watch from my lofty perch as the destroyer wipes that false angel from existence. But be careful. Do not let it touch your skin or any of theirs, or else you may find your journey abruptly over. And she hands you just straight up a simple wooden torch with a flame that is the most rainbow, mesmeric, crackling, beautiful thing you've ever seen. And even just being near it, you can feel the resonance, and you could just know that if you just a little touch, and you could build a soul.
That's dangerous.
As you command. It's a good thing pride is not my vice.
Really glad you asked for the torch, not me.
I'm starting to think my teleportation diamond isn't as fancy.
Oh, it's fancy.
We must strengthen our realms, Osiris. We both control Tartarus, which means this cannot happen again. And Osiris just, I understand, Dark Queen. We must get the visitors out before we start rearranging reality. He just looks, what are you waiting for? What more do you need?
Hurry up and ask.
Yeah. Our other one was like a 3-parter. I'll just get to it. if you have a way for us to like get from maybe one place to another, like if it has to be specific, maybe between Detroit and Colorado and back here, that would be cool. Or Purgatory, 3 points. Purgatory, Detroit, Colorado, so cool. 3 points. One app. Oh, travel there at will.
Okay. For Rain, Alaska, and Adonis of the Unbroken, I grant you these gate sigils. Each one a one-way ticket to a location of your choosing from the current location you use it in. Similar to the bag that you used to get here, but smaller. And he sort of hands you these kind of like fragment rocks that are glowing and kind of pulsing with underworld energy.
Wow.
Each one a little different, slightly different in hue. One looks like it's kind of like a translucent white, and you cast that one will probably take you to Purgatory. One has sort of like a radiant orange red. That one's for Detroit. And what was the third one for?
Colorado.
Colorado. We'll take a nice Arctic blue white.
With a dash of brown scattered for the mountain.
A little brown orange scatter.
Bunch of brown inclusions. Love it.
So, just to be clear, these are like a one-time thing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Lord Osiris.
Thank you for being respectful,
Thank you.
for not violating the laws of my land.
Never.
Does that mean that I didn't ask for something yet?
Got one left.
I'm kind of nervous. I understand that everything has its own operations around here. So, because following the rules that Osiris's word is law, my ask is that not to change the entire system, but so that those without a coin or any form of payment would perhaps be able to earn one, so their journey does not just end
At the
for all
docks.
eternity at the docks.
You expressed great sorrow that those who did not possess currency of a more material value could not cross.
The pilgrimage in for them seems to be because they did not have something to bring in the afterlife because they were poor in life. And I know not everyone can just be given a coin because that's probably a system and I don't want to break the system. But if there was a way for them to earn a coin, however your law takes it, but if they were to earn one to be able to cross over, that would be my ask because Osiris's word is law.
It is done. The dockmaster is informed that there is now an exchange rate. Material goods can be exchanged in order to purchase a coin. The ferryman will get his wish and his fill. But a new station will be employed, a place for them to go to exchange goods for passage.
Wow.
I was thinking about Husk. Damn it.
Thank you.
Echidna sort of looks and goes, "Come on, leave, sweet children.
Thank
I
you.
have business to work."
Thank you.
So, whichever one of you has that purgatory stone, let's get going.
Mine
Alaska gives you a hug,
is
Mojo.
red.
I hug him back.
What?
Very powerful.
Which one of us got the white stone?
The white stone was given to Rain.
Oh, damn it. Mine's not red. Mine's white. That's so weird. It's red with the reflection of hell
Just
everywhere.
Yeah, you got the
It's white.
purgatory one.
How does it? I can't really pull it.
I love it. I love it. How do you think it
It's-
works?
So on brand.
I feel like smash it.
Smash it?
Don't do it.
I mean, oh, okay.
I
I'll
think it
just,
might
like,
be think about where you
like
want
a
to
little-
go.
I think you should smash it. No, sorry.
Yeah.
That seems like a really good idea.
Ah,
What do you?
I'm very suggestible. Okay, I'm just
Linda's
gonna
always
like.
right. I don't know.
It's only a one-time thing, anyways. I'm just gonna toss it, and if that doesn't make a portal, then I'll smash it.
All right. Oh, I'm hella nervous. Okay.
White rock, got it.
Osiris is watching you guys walk around.
Okay, everybody,
Okay, I'm ready.
I tossed it.
Do you throw it like on the so it hits the floor, or
It
so it hits the
was
wall?
like, it went.
Oh, that's just a little clatter when you like flop flop flop. The stone.
And if it doesn't do
clatters
anything,
on
then
them,
I will pick it up and smash it. if
And
I
it's-
need to.
your destination that you wanted with that one was purgatory, correct? For a moment, nothing happens, and it's just a bunch of created sort of peering down, like with that camera angle that looks up, and you're all sort of like peering down at it, and then it just boom,
I'm gonna.
pulses out in a blue light, and everyone who's peering down at it is just boom, and you vanish
I
from
don't
the
think it-
realm.
Rain going to pick it up again.
Just
I don't
slip.
think it worked.
Worked. I don't think it worked. Oh, worked.
As you're traveling through dimensional space, Osiris.
Oh, my insides.
Osiris
Space
looks up at Echidna. I liked them. And she's like, "You like everyone, you lonely bastard. Let's get to work."
Poor guy. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You
Linda, deck safe so not to drop and touch the fire.
Right? I got it like all the way up here. Like, don't nobody touch me.
you careen into the center of purgatory, that sort of inner chamber that you'd found, the biggest ballroom where you met the Queen of Roses, Dionysus. And it's just
Oh, guys,
a portal
you made
just sort of,
me flame.
and you all just sort of clap right down into the bed of roses and all of those like beautiful cultivated flowers that he spent his time growing here. And you are back in purgatory. And you
Damn.
hear, "What the hell? I just
Oh.
planted those."
Sorry.
Oh,
So sorry.
Guys, you made me
We got the
flame.
things.
You did it!
There's like a torch, like you land on your stomach and you're like, "Ah."
Oh, I
The
start like
wings are
scooping it
incredibly soft.
into little mounds and then like patting it. See, it's so okay. Oh.
I'm gonna have to start all over, but that's all right. I'm glad you're back. How do you don't? There's not time to tell me everything because shit has hit the fan. Holy fuck!
Oh,
But
Did you get?
I am
did
so
you see
glad
Husk?
you are back. You're
We're glad
back.
to be
Make
back
it
too.
back
It's been a crazy journey.
That is crazy. No one ever comes back. Certainly, I haven't seen a lot of my vampire friends in a while. But you guys went there and back. That's amazing.
yeah.
So, where's the Polygon?
How long have we been gone?
The plinth. Are we still in the thing with the plinths? Is that where we appeared, or are
Yes.
we
That's
somewhere
where we
else?
appeared, but
Hold on.
Yeah,
Mayhaps
you're back.
we should put the items on the plinths if they're still there.
So before, those things just sort of manifested in front of you once you had them out, and now that you're like saying that, and you got both the items are to bear, and they're not like kind of wrapped in sheets or anything, you start to feel a rumbling as gradually from the stone, almost once again in front of you, but you see that unlike before, it's just two. The third one isn't showing. And maybe it's been absorbed. Maybe it's just not a risk of giving it back. But instead, only two.
Not gonna risk giving it back.
I'm not gonna risk giving it back, but two appear. And the ones from before that can be, you can place the wings sort of in that slot, and then a smaller one where you can fit a torch.
So is no one gonna? Am I the only one who acts like we just saw the mother of monsters?
I don't
Are
want
we
to think
really
about that
not
anymore.
going to talk about that?
No,
Definitely
I prefer just to think that
compartmentalizing
I saw
right
the
now.
mother of boobs. You know, if I can put a comedic spin on it, I don't have to think about the rest of it. Because I swear the whole time that tail was looking at me because it's a face. It's a face.
I walk over
Yeah,
to the pedestal with
the
for the torch.
pedestal.
I'd also like to ask you guys not to tell anyone that I screamed like that.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Scream like
out
what?
what, mate?
I already tweeted about it, actually.
What's a tweet?
Tweet.
You didn't. There were no birds down there.
Oh, I want to get in on some tweeting. What's a tweet? I feel like you're holding something back from me.
Oh, we'll talk about it later. I promise, Alaska. And then I put the feathers on the pedestal.
Click with
Thomas,
the
what's a
torch,
tweet?
click with the
Did you
feathers,
see birds?
and you see
No birds.
Dionysus like throws off the gardening apron and puts down the shears. Y'all are about to do it. You're really gonna do it. Holy motherfucker, you're actually about to do it. Oh, I feel like I should talk to you, but oh, there it goes. There. Oh my god.
Should we not? Should we not?
I don't know.
We're gonna do it.
I think it's
Well-
too late for concerns here.
I was like, they're going down. He's like, but I didn't even get to tell you what's happening out there. Oh fuck.
What's
Dude, what's
happening?
going on? There's
There's
stuff
a war.
happening? Is it atrocity?
Atrocity. No, I don't know what that is. But
You
it's,
said
it-
war?
It's a war. Yeah. My beautiful shining baby boy Aston. He released Dakota from prison, and together they escaped the Basilica of Blood, and then they went and reunited with Peyton, and as well as the spirit, the Ravenshire, the spirit, and then the Sin Eater Lydia Sallow, and the newly crafted Frankenstein Theracine, along with her creator Eddie. Eddie made a baby. She's very beautiful.
What?
Yeah, no,
Eddie's
it's actually really, really sad. He's like, as like the wings are going down, he was like, I didn't get to tell you last time. Catherine was publicly executed by Vincitori. Oh, it was
What?
so bad.
Oof,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He
Oh,
did it.
no.
Eddie was starting to organize some really successful attacks against him, and so you decided to fuck his whole life up and put him into torment. So he killed Catherine, and Eddie didn't take that well, right? So he just kind of dug her up and made her into a Frankenstein because he knows how, and it took. So now she's not Catherine no more. She's Theracine.
Oh, we really should have had this conversation before we put them items on the fucking plinths, eh?
Maybe.
Too late now.
Well, fuck.
Should, but short.
Well, I mean, things are going okay.
There's a lot of fire and sand coming from Moses right about now.
Oh, why is our dog slipping out? Maybe someone is giving a delivery. I don't know. He was like, let's see, what else? Knight Captain Seraphina Avarice has been sighted entering Redemption. Though she mainly sticks to the desert, but I've also heard that she's working with the Resistance in Redemption, which means that she's working with Eddie, because they're trying to return Redemption back to neutral ground, because the Sanguine isn't very happy with, the state of it all, and
That's not
Jimmy
the-
Cobbletread is working with it.
That's not the same knight captain that tried to take me, is it?
It is.
Oh, okay.
She's
I'm
now
gonna-
working with these people to
Freak out
Try
a little
to-
bit at that name.
like, no, Yep. Don't like her. She's early
Moses
trouble.
sees
I hold you.
Moses unsheathes his summer shovel.
I kind of hide myself into you a little bit as best I can.
I hold you so tight.
In a really horrifying ritual, Vincitori, uh, he's got wings now, and he's got this flaming sword, and he sacrificed pretty much all of the remaining followers that he had, and I don't know what's become of redemption, but it's like a horrible place now, and it's like a 15-on-1 fight, and he's holding them off, and every single night they're fighting their hearts out, and I don't know what's going on. So I'm glad you got back now that you did.
Kind of sounds
long
like
have
we
we
need the
been
destroyer.
Yeah, sounds like what she said.
How long have we been gone?
Oh, about 9 months. Like almost another year. And Alaska goes, "What?" and looks at his clock, and you see that winter is coming in about 3 weeks.
Oh, we're about to be called in for the games.
He's like, "Oh shit, we gotta," and as he's like saying that, you see the pillars just sort of sink within the earth. Oh fuck, it's go time.
Hopefully
And-
he's on our side or knows that we're good for him.
And purgatory begins to rumble.
I think we better get out of here as fast as we can.
I don't.
We should send
Okay,
Eddie.
everyone, with me. Form a chain. And he holds his hand out. Trust me, I'm the
Grab his
spirit of purgatory.
So we're just
Yeah.
Alaska grabs a hand. I'm not sure whose, but he also reaches out. Come on, Moses. Dionysus, I'll get you somewhere safe. I think this place is about to change.
Let's get going.
Moses grabs Alaska's hand, shaking him.
Okay. As the chain of Prometheans to vampire spirit completes, you see a swirl of crimson roses and thorns kind of tornado around you. And he's like, "This is going to get a little weird. Just trust me. I know you're probably tired of teleportation." Whew.
I love it.
And Alaska's like, "It's kind of like surfing." And you feel yourself sort of whooshed. This time it doesn't feel so much like teleportation. It feels like you've become the wind. It feels liberating and free, without body, without constraint, but also moving through corridors. And you see purgatory like blur by in rapid motion. And you see all the different excursions of vampires, of Prometheans, of sin eaters, of anyone that Vincitori could send in here to get those items. And you see their like twisted forms as you like rush through, and you see them burned and immolated and bloodied over and just sort of left as decorative horror within purgatory. And you get the sensation that you're passing through doors and passing through corridors and going down and hitting this sort of center. And then all around you, as you are still the wind, you can kind of see like the very fabric matter of purgatory, the tile, the plaster, the walls, the plumbing, the pipes, everything just starts to kind of come undone around you. It's all starting to swirl into this kind of tornado, and you kind of feel this great yawning sensation around you, and you all hear, although you're not sure how, you don't have ears, you are the wind, but you know, again, in your consciousness, you hear, hold on. And you feel like you're going somewhere special, somewhere safe, somewhere sacred, but also somewhere deep and somewhere wrong and somewhere hidden. You arrive on this, you'd almost say it's like a 100-foot wide, 50-foot long kind of rectangular platform suspended in absolute darkness. Nothing on it, nothing around it. And then you hear, "Mommy." Let's take a 5, y'all. We're going to go a little bit longer today. So let's take just a brief 5. Everyone get a bathroom break, refill your water cups, because when we get back, Apollyon the Destroyer will be released. And you have a most interesting vantage point to watch it from.
I don't want this vantage point.
See you soon.
I'll be back.
What is up, beautifuls? All right. So, last we left off, Dionysus, the magnificent and delightful soul and spirit and protector of Purgatory, realized what was happening, that Purgatory was sort of becoming something else, that it was unbecoming what it was, a prison state, releasing its prisoner, the destroyer angel Apollyon. And so in order to keep his allies, his friends here safe in the coming transformation, he rushed them to a safe point, a dimension within the nexus of dimensions, the home of the guardian force known as Mommy. And there, in that inky black dimension that somehow provides just enough light to see one another in absolutely horrifying detail, on a long, thin platform that feels like it could just collapse any moment and drop you into eternity. You're basically just on a platform above nothingness, in nothingness, and there, descending from nothingness like a great cosmic 30-foot tall spider, is Mommy. Now, at first glance, Mommy does look like a spider, albeit one made of freaky proportions, but then you start to notice that it's not a spider. It's more like a mannequin spider, if a mannequin spider's joints and limbs were made of human limbs. Like human arms and legs are holding the mannequin chunks together, and it has multiple heads and multiple arms, and each of its 12 limbs splits off into more limbs, and some of those limbs are holding heads, and those heads each are different mannequin heads, sometimes split in the middle, sometimes it's like two hands holding the halves of a head as if they could pull it apart and open a void, and it's head upon head upon head. It does seem to have a central head, but arm, and its lower hands that grasp. It is visually, it's the concepts and practices of Grisnak in a place you never expect to see it, applied in a way you never expect it to be. This is a horror that if he ever got his hands on would be his new love for the next 100,000 years. But it's not. It is its own creature. And you get the sense that each one of these heads, 1, 2, 3, 4, each one of these arms, it grows the same way Despot does, growing from loss, growing from pain, growing from death, never defeated. And it moves down, and it's not like pincers, or like the hairy legs of a spider. It's like back hands that lower itself down, grasping the cord. And the cord isn't cord because it isn't in fact a spider. It's meat. It's carnage. It's stomach lining. And it descends around. And because of its nature, and even though you've been, and I'm going to need a willpower roll, but it's going to be willpower -3 +3. So just a flat willpower roll. But the minuses are from how horrifying the creature is, how unnatural it is, and how you've seen these things like this up close. Hell, you fought Despot. So to see something like this coming down at you, it's almost like PTSD trauma. But at the same time, you have fought those things, and you have beaten those things. And you have lived side by side with those things in a realm of death. So it almost balances out. It's a tensing of the body, but Got willpower. 3 for Adonis. Bam. 1 for Linda. A little shaken. You'd almost see like the gun is auto out, weapons drawn.
Part of me feels like this is a willpower roll for me and not Linda. I have some trauma here, guys.
Sorry.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Nah, I'm not.
I got 3.
I got 1.
1.
See?
The sound of it.
No trauma.
Like 100 clacking plastic puppets. Just, And looks at all of you with its many faces, observing your reactions, the flinching, the twitching, the stealing of one another for battle. And then it sees Dionysus there in his flowing dress of roses. Foes? Mommy asks. Foes. And Dionysus, no. Mommy, no. Cocoon. We need to be safe. Purgatory is breaking. And she looks at you all. Cocoon. And one of its tendril-like hands, so think like with the proportions of a spider, the sort of like the erect pince, except at the end of it where you would expect sort of like a meaty little pincer, it's more hands, kind of reaches down and caresses Dionysus. For you, my pretty. And then she kind of crawls up and looks at all of you, and all around you just hear, Mommy. And she begins to weave, moving erratically, moving quickly, climbing on nothing, spinning a web of meat and flesh, and the sound of these tendrils stretching, the sound of the carnage stretching around you as gradually this cocoon of red and drippy blood kind of moves around you, and you can feel purgatory falling down around you. And sometimes almost like, these dice just sort of falling down, they kind of crack against the cocoon, and you see the indent, and Mommy spiraling around it and moving like an inhuman spider. And she does in fact cocoon you. And gradually minutes pass. And then as Mommy sort of sits on top, looking out, peering around her dimension of absolute darkness, seeing things you and I can't even imagine, Dionysus starts to say, all right, I think and then there's a flash of light, and he is thrown to the floor, as emerging in that place is this nude, burning figure with 4 magnificent flaming wings that gradually coalesce into these beautiful, almost like blood-stained white wings, flecked with red and black and ashen colors. Magnificent chiseled chest, almost like we're talking those sort of biblical Adonis proportions, perfectly nude, genitalia just hanging there for the world to see. Massive sword in hand, also burning, and halo on fire, but also with these kind of like curved horns that support the halo, all just burning around it. And then eyes popping into existence, dozens of eyes flecking the creature, as its sort of like principality nature manifests around it, angelic being, and you see within it a heart of darkness. You see the wings that you have granted it, and he is once again a light with the torch of transformation, the fires that once gave him power and being. Apollyon the Destroyer, also known as Abaddon, is free.
Oh, shit.
Well, look at that.
Yeah, we did that.
No, we've been battling a lot, but I feel like right now would be a good time to battle again.
You know what? I'm right there with you.
Who speaks for you?
You're
Oh,
muted.
I see the hand up, but yeah, there we go.
I would like to activate Logos.
Beautiful. His mini tongues coalesce into. Now, Logos doesn't cost much, right? It's like one pyro.
It doesn't cost anything. I have to make a roll. I believe
Azoth plus
it's
socialize.
Azoth and Socialize.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, good. Clearly, no one else is gonna do it. I speak for him.
He's gonna pop back in native biblical Hebrew.
Like, I'm gonna speak for us.
There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 4 rerolls. Am I getting my 9 gens on this?
Yes.
Adonis, are you being the speaker since you can do all your languages?
That's gonna be 6 successes for me, and I don't know what languages this dude speaks or understands or whatever, and I just developed this kind of power. I was gonna speak very respectfully in the first tongue if party leader doesn't mind.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool.
You speak back. What do you say to him in the same language he dressed you in?
I'm going to step. We're still inside the cocoon type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Again.
I'm going to step slightly ahead of the group. My head is bowed. My hand is on my chest. I'm being as respectful as possible. Lord Apollyon, the Destroyer. We come on behalf of Ragel, who asked for your help. Everybody can also understand what I'm saying, by the way.
Yeah. He approaches rapidly in a blur of light, appearing in front of you, his nakedness pressed against you. They call your kind a muse, an inspiring creature, made in the image of man, but the most perfect. And he looks at you and sort of, you get the feeling that he's like looking through you, and you are my saviors. How interesting. I commend you, beautiful one. You could have taken exit from this world any number of times, and yet you returned all my items to me. You are beautiful and blessed, and when you become redeemed, you will know tremendous success. And he kisses you.
Ooh, Moses is not like that.
And he pulls back like it's nothing, walking away from you, angel wings brushing.
There's an audible, what the fuck?
He turns and looks at you.
Are we chopping?
Stunned silence. He's just like, He actually stumbles back a couple steps. Like that was that caught him completely off guard.
Possessiveness, fragments of jealousy, the kindlings of hate. You are on the path to becoming human. Ragel, my beautiful sister. Name her captive. Name my enemy, that I may start the annihilation with them. And you just feel cosmic power and sort of this kind of, I guess the word for it would be almost sinful arrogance. This kind of, I exist to end everything. Therefore, before that, I can do anything. And there's a kind of I am above vibe to this individual. And his power is worrisome. Because you are getting closer and closer to the physical world. And his power feels on the scale of powers you felt before. Like Luna, like Grisnak, like Osiris, and Echidna. You're starting to see that those creatures exist in their place. But this one seems to be only one transitional wall away from what? Texas? It is the power that you feel is scary. It dwarfs the power of Mommy above, who sits atop her blood cocoon, shielding as best she can this realm from the destruction that is the angel of annihilation.
Oh, jeez.
Name him. Who is my foe? My first stop.
Its name is Vincitor.
There's sort of a cursed man. A crusader. A false angel. Tell me, saviors, do you wish to sit here in this cocoon of grisliness, or do you wish to bear witness to magnificent destruction? I can protect you.
What do I roll for curiosity?
He looks back.
Willpower
He'll
roll,
look
just
back
straight
at
up.
Weaver.
And if you get below, sort of like divide your willpower in half, and if you get below half, you're gonna sort of go, you're like, ah, fuck, that's close enough to failing. I'm curious, I want to do it. But if you get above half, you're okay. You're gonna err on the side of caution.
1. I
I
want to
won't
know.
believe he's dead until I see him and stuff.
I want to see what's going to happen. We've done all of this. We've led up to this moment. I don't want to just walk away and hope that it goes the way we want it to go.
I got 3 out of 7 dice, so I'm also on the lower end.
3 out of 7, yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Alaska's like, I didn't come all this way not to finish this
Right.
fight. Besides, what if you need our help?
Oh, that's nice. I don't think we.
Looking at this immensely cosmically powerful being, just like, what if you need our help?
Yeah,
That's so
you know,
Alaska,
'cause, you know,
though.
Yeah, no,
Plot
100%. That's honestly like
The power of plot armor.
that's so unbroken together though. Like,
100%.
nah, you might need our help.
We get that you're an all-powerful being. We understand this fact, but
Ready to back you
what if
up.
you needed us?
What if?
My reason is much more
Yeah.
selfish. My reason is much more selfish. I'm in stand because of this motherfucker. I'm not going to believe he's dead until I actually see it for
Until I
myself
see it.
or cause it.
Facts, do want to see him die with my own eyes.
I love this. Okay, this is perfect.
It sounds like we want to see it through.
Sounds like we going.
Dionysus, y'all are crazy! And he's just quiet. They are bold. And only the bold could have accomplished what they have. And they are curious. And they are filled with vengeance. Like my sister. Her anger flows through them, and they will see it through. Take my hand, creatures of fire, and let us rain destruction upon our foes.
Do we each take a finger, or I'm just gonna
Moses
finger?
makes sure that his hand is first, so the way Adonis has to touch his hand.
Moses, wham!
He makes sure to interlace his fingers with Moses's.
Last, that's probably last. I love it. Class. He's like, oh man, I don't know. This is insane. And then he just turns around. Not you. Stay. You are a guard.
No.
He turns to Dionysus. Oh, all right, cool. Because I actually didn't want to go out there. I mean, I don't want to necessarily be shackled, but I didn't want to be out there. Actually, man, I'm kind of whoosh. He's gone.
We took a last.
Oh, good, because I didn't actually want to go.
I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I don't want to go. I don't fight. I can't kill the vampire. I don't want to fight.
Sploosh. All of the unbroken. It's kind of a little visually corny, but you become points of light. You move with the angel's wings, and you transcend the type of reality that you were shackled to before. You find yourselves sort of floating in the angel's effervescence, moving around him. Where his wings beat, you sort of move in kind of like a V formation around him, floating about him. And you kind of see things for a little bit how he does. You see, just sort of zoom in vision, you see out in the desert a group of vampires and renegade resistant supernatural licking their wounds after months of fighting.
Do we see Eddie at all?
You see Eddie Bolt, along with the individual who used to be Catherine, but is now Theracine. And there is a fire out in the desert, a burning fire truck that was used as sort of the ignition around it. And there you see Prometheans and vampires, very raw, primal vampires. One of them is wearing cardinal robes that are tattered and ripped from fighting in them, carrying a sheath of swords on his back. The other seems to carry no weapons at all except these massive guns that are his actual biceps and triceps and fucking thickness. And then you see this beautiful dancing naked creature, spectral in the moonlight, powerful, the remnants of the group that was once called Nine, the ones that are still trapped on this side of redemption. And out there, along with the other individuals that you met, the spirit of companionship and camaraderie, Sebastian Ravenshire of the Broken Mosaic, along with the changeling mechanic Jimmy Cobbletread. They're all licking their wounds from battles, and they're tired and broken. They're low on Vitae and Pyros and Glamour, but even still, they're gathering themselves to go at it again the next night. And then you see Redemption, as he sees it, trapped and broken, the remaining shackles of Ragel when she decided to bed down on Earth as a fallen angel and decided to become a place of healing and redemption herself, put down the vengeance, put down the justice, and become something meaningful. And she slept, and she became the city of redemption, this sort of healing place where lost souls could get a second chance. And it was corrupted. Not because of purgatory, which was Apollyon, an equal place where those who didn't eventually, find redemption, they found a type of purgatory instead. But it has been corrupted because vengeance is in the hands of Vincitori. Justice is in the hands of Vincitori, and he looks down and you see the Basilica of Blood, and it has been chunked away from warfare. Spires crumbled, stained glass caved in. It is a ruins of its former self, but the catacombs below are still intact, and there, almost entirely alone, Actually, I will say entirely alone, because he sacrificed the remainder of his faithful in a blood ritual, a Theban blood ritual, to take on the aspects. Ragel exists as just a fragment of her former self. Her concept of justice has been taken by the false angel. Her concept of vengeance. So her wings of vengeance, her sword of justice, these things exist in the hands of a usurper who has taken her power for his own. And all that remains of her concept is the city of redemption, that last little bit of hope and mercy. And as you see him, he senses you and looks up in the sky. And Apollyon points his sword. Judgment. And there's just, for 1 minute, you see the church, and the next, boom, the church is nothing. It is fragments raining down across the town, but you realize the town is empty. The remainder of every single citizen of Redemption is hiding in the broken mosaic, being shielded by Ravenshire's power, even as he's out in the desert. So as the destruction rains down upon the city, it is destroying homes, it is destroying civilizations and the morgue. But these are empty buildings, because those souls, although rattled, although scared, although huddled, although not really aware of why their home is being destroyed, they know that they are safe. They can feel it, that the mosaic won't shatter, that it won't let them down. And rising from the destruction on golden wings of false radiance tinged with vitae blood is Vincitori. He is immune to fire, he is immune to sunlight, he has overcome many of his weaknesses, and he has become something else. He's not quite a vampire, he's not quite an angel, he's not exactly one of the fallen. He is a usurper to powers that he should never have gotten to this close to. And as Apollyon raises his sword to annihilate him, Vincitori raises the sword of justice and meets, and you just see reality start to fracture between them. And Apollyon sort of frowns, and Vincitori,
did you think that it would be so easy? That I would just let you erase me? That I was not ready for you to betray me? Those without souls can never fulfill their oaths. I knew they would betray me. I knew they would release you, and so I have taken measures. And when I take your power, Abaddon, then I will have everything I need to approach God.
Feel a little called
you
out.
each feel a calling in your mind. In your mind, you hear Apollyon's voice. You have the fire of God. Oh, sorry, wrong voice. You have the fire of God within you. Children who have braved worlds to set me free. Will you be my vessel? The vessel for destruction.
I was hoping he would say something like that.
I'm gonna kiss
Stand and
River
flare.
and then stand up and say, "Let's do this."
Sorry,
She did it again.
trust me.
I said, hell yeah. Didn't realize I was muted.
Alaska reaches out and grabs Rain's hand. Hell yeah, let's do it. You discuss it.
Ew, I just sneezed all over that hand.
I know, it's okay. I also kind of licked it. It's gooey.
Ew.
Nah, it's gooey.
Currently, my refinement is vibing right now with all of the vengeance and stanum.
You are
So,
I'm ready.
but I'm going to look at Adonis and almost like pass him to momentarily glare at Abaddon, at Apollyon, and then he's going to kiss Adonis.
okay. I need one of you to roll for
This is mine.
Alaska in
This
this.
is where my pyros come from.
Who wants to
I'll
roll
roll
for
for
Alaska?
Alaska.
You'll roll for Alaska. Okay, cool.
Ooh, oh snap!
You feel Apollyon's power flow through you, and you suddenly feel connected to the struggle. You feel immense gravitational pressure, like all the bolts and scars and stitches and scabs that make up your being are rattling. For Linda, she feels like a starship hull that's being fucking way too close to a planet. Everything is shaking and rattling, and you kind of feel for a moment like being connected to this much power, you're just gonna explode. But you maintain it. You hold it in, and you feel it start to stabilize within you. I need each of you to gather a dice pool. And it needs to be a fighting dice pool. So, your choice of presence or strength or dex. So think like a power attribute. Plus your choice of brawl or weaponry. Plus 10. For rain, it's going to be plus 20. Because you're rolling for Alaska.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get my blue dice that I used for river.
Now this is going to be, because what we want a big fucking number here. This is going to be 6 again.
Ooh.
We're
Okay,
cranking the
so-
door all the way up.
So I'm not getting a
I have a
weaponry specialty, correct?
You are getting a weaponry specialty. All
I
specialties
have a-
apply.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since I already declared that I'm pulling out my summer sword, what's the damage on the summer sword?
It is 4 lethal.
How much?
4.
12?
4 lethal.
4 lethal. All right.
For lethal shovel.
You
Jesus
said
Christ.
6 again?
Yes. And then once you've rolled, keep track of your
Does anyone
numbers
want-
and sort of hold on to it. And then we're going to compile it at the end.
Does anyone want an autumn sword? Alaska has the spring sword. Does anyone want to hold my autumn sword?
I'll hold your autumn sword.
There's
How much is the
shovel.
autumn sword?
Oh my god.
Rain, give yourself, let's see, his dex is 5, his weaponry is 4, so 9 plus 4, 10, 11, 12. Give yourself plus 13, Rain, to
Is it
represent Alaska.
On top of the 20?
Yes. Because that's
Okay.
to represent Alaska's dice pool. His dice pool plus 10, your dice pool plus 10.
Well, we are already stacking, so
That
I
is
should keep
literally-
rolling while you guys still are, so that way we have a pool at the end of it.
Can we say epic beam struggle? Oh shit. Okay.
Where that D20 I had going is something to keep there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So I have my dice pool. Okay. Because I'm very confused with rolling more than one. I have my dice pool, and then I have Alaska's dice pool, and then I'm going to add plus 10 to each of those.
Yes, that'll work out.
Okay. Not like adding the number, but adding plus 10 dice.
oh my god.
Okay. Almost there.
Yeah, dang.
All right. Fuck. That was. Sorry, Toto. My bad, buddy. That was a lot. Hi, mister. You are the most. I wish I could pick you up and put you on camera, but you're 10 and a half years old.
Hey,
Holy fuck balls.
I feel like you guys got way more than me because everyone rolls more than me. But me rolling for Alaska was way more than me rolling for me.
All right. Who wants to be the calculator for the unbroken when it's all said and done?
All right, I've got my calculator app up.
Perfect.
I got 21.
All right. Start the calc there.
Gotcha.
21 for Adonis. What are we looking at?
38.
Plus 38 for Linda.
34.
Okay.
Plus 34 for River. Go ahead, Ray.
Alaska got 17.
Plus 17 for Alaska.
Rain got 7.
7.
That's okay. Every success
River got
counts.
24.
Moses.
I don't want to see.
Why not? What if you? I'm sure you did
It's gonna be
great.
like 40 to
Yeah, I was like, I'm sure
He
he did.
activated transmutations, didn't he?
I'm sure he did great.
Younger than I was, and he had 2 people to roll for.
Fucking, I would.
Yeah.
Like, if this power was flowing through Dominus,
Yeah.
I would for sure
All
also
of-
cast a spell.
Yes, I did activate a few. The last of my powers to activate transmutation or two. Pun not intended.
69.
I got 69.
Nice.
Damn!
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, damn, that's a big boy.
So what's the number?
186.
Well, I mean,
You
I
did
kinda
say
knew it
6
was-
again.
I kind of knew.
Yeah,
it was,
you
I
did
know.
give us 6 again.
I also rolled with 6 again, so I kind of knew it would be something like that. I'm not going to reveal my number, but
Crazy.
let's just say that y'all did really good, exceptionally well.
That
if
was
a-
basically just us, like.
If a normal exceptional success is 5 over, you guys got him by over half.
Jesus.
I am channeling all of my stamina at him.
I
feel
want
like
you.
Rain are just electrocuting up the ass.
No,
Every time a throng member died and had to be brought back, every trial we
Mhm.
went through,
mm,
every
Literally.
every loss and sacrifice, every bad feeling that we've had on this fucking journey, everything is getting channeled to this guy.
You crucified Catherine. You hurt,
Bro!
you hurt, Eddie. Like all of the things, all the people you sent in here before, the fact that you had Alaska by himself in purgatory, he was tortured and all. Like now, like all of the things.
his unmaking is biblical. You kind of lose sight of yourself. There isn't really a point of beginning where you start and Apollyon ends. There is just a focused wrath. And you kind of get this sort of transcendent feeling. You imagine that this is what it must have felt like in the beginning of time when the words of angels moved with the will of God. There's this sort of transcendence about you, this kind of biblical power, and you can kind of see your elements sort of surging out of you and through the blade of Apollyon. You can kind of see just like all the progress of man that went into the creation of someone like Linda, traced all the way back to the sort of Paracelsian science that crafted someone like Rain. You can see the sort of the blood and the ocean of blood that dwells within Adonis, sort of moving mountains and swallowing the world. The fucking mud slides and gravitational earth and nature of Moses, and then it gets insane. There's this. You start to see reality push in, almost like when he's losing the battle. You see the vampire's eyes go wide, his white hair kind of that had been flowing behind him like angelic chorus, the sort of beautiful golden wings, they start to kind of crack, and then bits of those wings almost uh like succumbing to cosmic gravity start to kind of peel away, and you see in an instant the wings of the angel of redemption are burned from the vampire's body, and then he is suspended as the uh, articles and false idolizations and false promises and all of the things that represent him, the sword of justice, is ripped from his hand and cast back down. Um, the uh, the Lankia Sanctum robes and liturgies and sort of strength that he wrapped himself in, the Archbishop trappings burn away, and you see his vampiric body burned, genitalia blasted away until he looks like a Ken doll, just sort of stripped down away until he's nothing but fucking an immolated entity, hair burned away, body burned away until he's pretty much just a skeleton with charred bits screaming. You see his vampiric fangs glistening in the night, and he just looks like a torched vampire being withered away. And you see, and just like Moses was saying, just like you guys were saying, you see all of the transgressions, the people he's hurt, the people who've been affected by the cruelty of his rule, by the obsession of his desire, his willingness to do anything to reach a station he never should have even been contemplating, but so long left alone with this curse, with this nature, with all of this power, and even just sort of discovering Ragel warped his mind, the what ifs, and you see in yourself 3,000 years of vampire led to that kind of hubris, yet in 4 years' time the Unbroken have given away more power than Vincitori has ever even held. In 4 years of living, and some of you are only in your first year, you have given away opportunities that this vampire couldn't have passed up in lifetimes. And there's pity, as well as just, this is justified. And then he is ash. And then he is less than ash. He is atomized and cast to the cosmos. Vincitori, Luciano Vincitori, renegade false angel of the Lankia Sanctum, is no more.
Hell yeah.
Wish a motherfucker would.
Fuck it and find out. You know what I'm saying? I go up and I poke.
You fly down and you feel yourself sort of, the angel, the destroyer sort of stays where he is in the heavens, but you feel yourselves kind of are now able to move where you will. Although you get the impression that once you touch down, that sort of ability will go away. You fly down to poke the spot where he was.
So he's not. I thought he was still a being. I was gonna go poke him, and then.
Oh no! Ash in the wind.
I don't want to get down there. I'll stay up
Okay.
there.
You are still in angel vision. You still feel connected to the destroyer. And from deep below in the catacombs, you see a sort of golden light begin to rise. The earth parts. And reclaiming her wings and sword, the angel of justice vengeance and redemption takes to the sky. And she is magnificent. And her four wings pump with the choirs of God, and she is amazing to behold. Put them down, brother. Their part in this play has ended, and they have chosen to martyr themselves for their people. They have chosen a selfless life. The aches and pains of soullessness. Yet in this, the souls they develop are more meaningful than some mortals ever attain. Theirs is a blessed and beautiful life, and they are free to live it, for they have more fights to fight. In Abaddon, you see his wings sort of starting to go black. This kind of drunk with power look in his eyes. What year is it, sister? How good is this world? And she's like, don't start. It is not time. I have regained my concepts. Do not make me use them on you. Let us go to sleep. And with a wave of his hand, you all are back. You're actually on the ground in Redemption, on Main Street. Behind you is Old Town with the broken mosaic, the outskirts, Jimmy Cobbletread's spot, the highway. In front of you is downtown. Before you, you can see them in the sky still. A red light, a white light. They look like two stars that are just a little too low. And then in an instant, all the damage of Redemption begins to rebuild as the lights sink down and you see Purgatory, which was nothing but a smoking crater, begin to rebuild. The old hospital crafting up around it, stained glass windows, broken, vandalized sign that says welcome to Purgatory. Whatever it said before, no one knows, but welcome to Purgatory is what it remains. And these facilities, they reclaim themselves as the angels go to sleep, for it is not yet time for the apocalypse. It is not yet time for the destroyer. He has reset the balance, and in turn, Ragel has reset the balance. And they sleep, waiting for their time in the great cosmic play, for the end of days. For now, our Azothic champions have a choice. You see Redemption rebuilding around you. You hear the people of Redemption clamoring for answers from within the saloon. You hear the hollering and whooping of vampires and mages and sin eaters and Prometheans out in the desert. And then you see that the desert, as you look out across it, doesn't lead to endless black and endless highway. It leads very clearly to Texas. You have a choice. You have been far, far from the world, far from other Prometheans. Your friends won't know what you did here unless you tell them. But if you stay in Redemption, as it's rebuilding, you don't know if you'll be able to get out, or when, or how, or if you'll have to earn it. This is a choice. You feel the angelic power to dissipate from you. You are no longer connected to Abaddon, no longer connected to Ragel. You are yourselves, but something in you has changed. Each of you, created, unfleshed, and Promethean alike, your humanity is now 7. And you are forgiven for the things you have done, for the things you have seen.
Moses, that's a big jump for you.
Yeah, it is.
All of a sudden, the clouds open, heavens shine down upon Moses. Jump 4 heart sizes this way.
What does that do for my derangement?
It erases it.
Heals it.
It completely erases it. You have no derangements.
Do I still understand the language of the Blood Ocean?
Yes, you do.
Okay,
That is
I'm
not
just
a
not
derangement. That is
obligated
a
to.
language.
Yeah.
It's a language only you can speak.
I no longer have depression.
Yay! I no longer have
If only it
abandonment
worked that
issues.
way in reality.
Do you want to go to
Adonis?
Colorado? You could go to Colorado. I won't be too bad about that.
Adonis holds up the ice blue with brown flecked stone, and he goes like as we're watching the barrier around redemption close up, he just Colorado then.
Can we hit up a saloon in Texas first?
Lead the way.
You guys don't even want to check in on Eddie?
I think Eddie's good.
I think he'll be fine.
I
Yeah,
don't even
but
know what we did. In fact, I'd prefer if they didn't. I don't need the praise.
They're safe now.
I don't want praise. I just want him to be able to handle this fight better.
I think we can write down a letter.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Out
what
of
was
character, I didn't hear what you said, Alfonso.
So I think we can mail him a letter.
Yeah.
We'll
Mail
let
him
him
a
know
letter.
how to.
New transmutation 101.
You can send him a postcard from
Even-
Colorado.
with a step by step on how to curb that disquiet.
Hmm.
But considering that all of the food and drink we've had been from a different world, yeah, I think I would like a drink from home.
It's been a long time.
Alaska just at the top of his lungs. We love you, Eddie Bolt! All right, let's go before he hears that.
I'll protect you.
As he passes Moses,
So,
come on, man, you know he's got sensitive ears.
Just as we get to the border, of redemption, I'm gonna just very
Yeah.
quietly be like, "Be safe, redemption."
Thanks for
Crazy time.
thanks for giving me my family. For making us unbroken. So, River. I can take my sword back if you like.
Yeah, so actually it's kind of shiny. I think I might hold on to it for a little while, and she just like skips away.
I worked really hard on that.
I love it.
Think of it more of a loan than a buy. You know what I mean? And she just keeps skipping off.
Love it. Alaska puts down his skateboard, hears that satisfying clack of rubber wheels on asphalt, and just glides along. And together, with Linda,
Okay.
as Linda quietly says goodbye, you pass on the side of the highway a coyote with gleaming eyes that opens its mouth, and in the voice of Sebastian Ravenshire, fare thee well, lovely travelers. You are magnificent, and until we meet again,
Mhm.
may you never be broken. And as the portal sort of closes, you looking back, you can kind of see the shimmering bits, the lights of that old gas station that Linda first met Lydia in, and the sort of still dark, still abandoned, derelict apartment complex that probably still has Pandorans in it. All the different perks and places of redemption. And then before you know it, reality sort of distorts, almost like a blip in the water. For a moment, you're looking at it kind of like you dropped a stone in the water, and you see the sort of ripples. And then as the ripples clear, you're looking out at the night skies of Texas and the cool, warm winds of August. Or sorry, late October.
Ooh, love spooky season.
And as the Prometheans, these majestic, unbroken, they can feel their exotic radiance kind of settle into the land. They can feel the earth kind of recoil from how powerful they become. Alaska kind of smiles. Come on, y'all, let's keep moving. Can't stay in one place for longer than an hour.
Hey, we can, but I don't want to stay here longer than that.
Let's find that saloon and then turn our disquiet off and have a good time.
Let's do it. We deserve it.
We deserve it.
And kind of like our opening, or like that picture we used for the longest, you see the 6 of them walking side by side down the Texas Desert Highway, cactuses on the side. And unlike Redemption, which was nighttime, they are now walking towards the dawn. Each of them getting a pyros, each of them watching the sunrise in the horizon. And that's where we'll end season 1 of our Promethean Chronicle, The Wrong Side of Heaven.
Oh, I don't know why, but my eyes started tearing up. It's over for a little bit.
For a little bit, until we're willing to put on that exotic mantle and come back. For our lovely viewers, I wanted to say thank you for taking this journey with us. For my beautiful team, thank you for fucking doing this. This is heavy in some places. We will be back soon. We're gonna take a little bit of time off, probably all of April. But it's not just downtime. We're going to be rescheduling ourselves, taking a little bit of find ourselves time, and then we are going to be back with a brand new chronicle. We're not sure what that is. We have some ideas, but it's going to be epic, and like we like to say, if it's not epic, it's not worth remembering. So we love you very much.
Wait.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, last minute announcement. Just in case you decide that you missed James while we're on our break, please continue to check out all of his 3-minute massacres / moments / all of his crazy stories that are his little 3-minute short story reels, all over all of the social media situations, and all of his videos continually.
And the whole chronicle. The whole chronicle is there too. All of the
whole
if you ever
chronicle.
wanted to watch from episode 1 all the way to 34, it's there.
This one will be up probably Wednesday.
Well, we love you very much.
And his books are on
Thank you for
Amazon.
tuning in with us, guys.
Yes, books on Amazon.
Love you all.
Good night. Sanguine is it? Bye. Fuck yeah, we did it.
Sanguine.